Muppet Show with our very special guest star, Shirley Bassey.
Play the music. It's time to dress up right. It's time to get things started on the Muppet Show tonight. I think I got it wrong. Darn it, it's been so long since I watched that, I can't remember the lyrics. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever the case may be. Welcome to Draw and Chat with Mike and Matt. Huh? That was extemporaneous.
Hey, sorry about that.
Hey, buddy.
How's it going?
Going well. Dennis asked if Mike is promoting Disney. You know what? I didn't realize until I clicked on that Disney bought the Muppet Show. What is up with that? Oh man, I don't have my green screen on either. I am just not prepared for anything. Oh, there's hotkeys now. Oh, that's cool. All right, I'll try to pay attention to that later. Let's put the fret up. All right, let me move this as well. How you doing, Matt?
I'm doing great, man. I am busy working on art like every day.
Is it busy? Anything you can talk about, or maybe not?
Well, there is. I'm working on an NFT line right now, and they did a soft opening on social media. They have a Twitter account.
Oh, shut up! So you can talk about it.
Yeah, and their Discord is open.
Let's go. Promote. Let's see it.
It is called. It's called Dragon Guild, and it's on Discord. And some of the guys from the frat have jumped in and said hello.
Awesome,
dude. Enigmatic Octopi stopped by. He's like chatting it up.
Very nice. I didn't see that in my Discord. Why is that, young man?
I don't know. I don't know if I was allowed to. You know how that bot always like jumps on you if you try to promote something, right?
I believe artists, guest artists have the art monkeys have the role that you can post.
Oh, okay.
I think. If not, then I don't know. Sorry, hold on. Let me hide this current comment. Let's say hi to some people. What is up, Dennis Peruch, who's been patiently waiting. Jeff Potts, Melissa, Jordan, Vimree, the Comics Bear, and Struck. Yeah, I know. That's the problem when you show anything Disney, even if it's part of your childhood. It's my childhood, the Muppet Show, with your very special guest star, Matt Cosson.
Well, that wasn't Disney. It started off at Jim Henson production.
That's right. And I don't know, Jim Henson's family or something, because he's dead, right?
Yeah, he passed away in the 90s, right?
Yeah, I think his family like crapped the bed on the whole thing and like just ran that company into financial ruin. And ended up having to sell out to Disney. So
yeah, they saw Disney's the only way to keep it going, right?
It's terrible.
Yeah, his son was a good Brian Henson. He I don't know how he was at business, but he was good at a puppeteer and everything. As director.
Amy says, "Yay, Kermit Happy Dance." That is correct, Jeff Potts. I will not be sending you a link. We do have a couple of people who are supposed to be coming in here, but hey, let's not announce anyone unless they actually show up.
Yeah, we don't put them on the spot, right?
Yeah, and then I did send the link out to a couple people who might be special guests, but I won't say any names in case they don't show up.
Yeah, then you'll say something.
Yeah, I'll be like, oh, and here's one of my special guests. Maybe. Anyways, hello, Alpha Proto, Sheldon. Ride me, Big Sheldon. P Money's in the house. Amy Lester, I said already, or did I say Melissa? I don't know. Amy and Melissa. The Lester gals are here.
Yeah.
Dennis says, I'm special. All right. That's good. All right. So let me show something. What's the website?
It's I got it right here. It is. Oh wait, I gotta shut this window.
Oh, there's Rabbit. Oh shoot, I should send Rabbit the link.
Oh yeah, I gotta get Rabbit in here.
Sorry, Rabbit. Sorry, Rabbit.
Yeah, you want to go to it's dragonguildnft.com.
Well, now I'm looking for Rabbit's thing on the thing.
Oh, okay. I'll tell you again later. Once you get his invite going.
All right, a Dragon Guild
NFT.com.
Crew.com.
And it's just like basically just one page up, just kind of as a place marker. But the Discord's up.
Look at that. Hot.
that was I did like a concept painting for an idea for a banner, and they were like, can we just use that? And I go, well, let me at least finish one of the dragons on there. So I had to just do a quick paint up on the dragon over top of that. He was basically the same roughness as that black and white one in the background, but I had to tighten up a little bit, and I said, okay, I'll just make it monochromatic.
So their standards are not where yours are.
Well, they're like, we got to get this hurrying up. And I go, okay.
Oh, is it they're just trying to jam everything out?
Well, I did the same thing. I did a new piece today. And actually I did it yesterday and I finished it and it's like more detailed, but I don't know if I could share it. I posted up a sample like of a sneak peek on my Twitter.
Okay. Yeah, show it. Dude, you can show. If
Thanks,
it's
Jordan.
on Twitter, you can show it, right?
Yeah. Thanks, Jordan. That's dragonguildnft.com. Yeah, there's a great bunch of guys. So if you like the Funky Monkey Frat House, these guys are.
Oh, this sneakity peekity.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, baby.
That's just a little sneak peek of a larger piece.
Das ist gut.
That's just another advertisement for it. So I think they actually put it up, the full one, on the Discord, so people want to check it out.
Oh, really?
And they have some special thing going. If you're the first 10 OG Discord members, then you get some type of entered for some prize or something like that, I think.
First 10 or first 100?
It might be the first 10. I have to double check. But they'll have it in the announcements section. But yeah, they're hustling. These guys are hustling, getting things going.
Dennis.
Tangent Dragon NFT.com.
Talking about this.
Oh, that was purposeful. I cropped it so that we could show the sword tip.
You cropped it so that it was creating a tangent.
Yeah, well, the whole thing is like there's more above the image, but I didn't want to show it because it's got some text, so I had to kind of cut it off. It has some text.
It sounds a likely excuse. No, but yeah, so Carlson's doing an NFT project with some guys, and it's going to be. Have they mentioned any of their associations, or are we not allowed to do that?
Or what was that again? Sorry.
Have they mentioned their associations, or am I not allowed?
Yes, they
have
TCG.
TCG.
They're going to be part of TCG World.
Dragon Guild NFTs partnering.
Oh, yeah.
Is it a partnership or what? I think it's a partnership.
I'm assuming it is because they're working out some type of deal to get some land property, kind of like you were doing with the Funky Monkey.
Yep. Dragon Guild, baby.
Yeah. So
yeah, very exciting stuff. Matt's gonna blow the doors off this NFT project and show some skills and build up his NFT art audience.
Yeah, these guys
it's like you're following in my footsteps.
Yeah, thanks for Mike. You set me up with some really cool guys too. I like them a lot.
They picked you, bro. They picked you. So this
is
how the frat works. I don't foist people on clients. I let them choose, and they chose you, man.
That way you get a good fit, right?
That's right.
They like your stuff, and then they get to know you, and yeah, they're fun guys. So if you come into the Discord, you'll have a welcoming greeting. Everybody.
Excellent. Yes. Please do drop by the Discord at whatever the heck
The
that
Dragon
is.
Guild.
The link is in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. So.
Yeah, thanks, Jordan.
Aren't you proud, Mike? No, pride is a sin. I'm happy for Matt. I'm happy for Matt.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it's been good. It's been helping me really just tackle the sharpening my digital skills. So I've been working like a lot digitally now, and yeah,
Yeah, dude, doing NFTs has made me pretty much all digital.
oh yeah. Now this is all digital. The piece that you're showing right there, I did the line art and everything, and I'm trying to make it look like it's traditional. So I have some like pens and brush settings that I use.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I saw you posted it earlier on Twitter.
Oh, thanks.
It's funny. I try to just make everything look like as sharp and inked as possible. So
It's funny. I'm playing around with some different thing brushes and stuff like that too. So I kind of changed up. If you see, they have it up at the Discord, or actually, it's on the actual Twitter. If you go to Twitter, you can see another piece I did like with background and everything, a painting with two of the characters, and
where would I go?
In the banner on the Twitter. Yeah, there you go.
Ah,
And that's
yeah,
crop
you
version.
And you did that whole background, or did your brother do it?
No, I did everything. Basically, I put together multiple different like backgrounds and like painted over top of them and kind of combine things, you know. And
like a bit of photo bashing style.
yeah. Because I'm kind of like my uncle taught me in commercial art. He's like, someone commissioned him to do a drawing of a building in pen and ink, and he's like, I could sit there and do it, and I can get it exact. But he said, why waste all this time when I could just? He just did a technique where he photocopied it and broke it down so it was really like broken up lines, grayscale, and then he just worked over top of it, inked it, and it looked like just a pen and ink drawing. And he's like, I could do it, but what am I trying to prove? He said I could just work over top of it, and
I do that all the
save
time.
myself time.
Yeah. Background stuff, especially. Yeah.
Background stuff. Yeah, dude. If there's like a freaking cityscape or something. Actually, what I did once is I would take multiple like cityscapes, like a New York shot, like a Cincinnati shot, and whatever, and I would print it out blue line, and I would just go in like and just ink the ever living heck out of it, and then it would be this big, broad, wide or tall image or whatever, and so I would just use portions of that background in my backgrounds.
Yeah.
So like,
it
would repeat sometimes, but usually nobody even. I had to point it out to my editor that I was doing it.
Yeah, I mean, if people like, because I was thinking I don't want to just take a background and just like throw a color overlay over it and just call it done, because then I don't want to get anybody in trouble, like, right? So I just basically took multiple things and just pieced them together and painted in sky and changed some things around, and yeah, I just altered it in paint and worked over top of it.
Yeah, concept artists do that all the time and stuff.
Yeah, and I just did that type of thing, and I've done it before on my own stuff just for fun. Like I'll take photo backgrounds and just manipulate them with colors and paint over them, and then adding characters. And so it's basically the same thing. I've done it before, but it's been a while since I've done digital, like I said, because I've been just mostly doing traditional. So now I kind of getting back into that zone.
I'll screen cap this and send it to Ruth P. Money. Jeff Potts says, in other words, cheat. No, it's called using your time wisely, which I stopped doing on Lone Star, and I would draw everything in Lone Star because I did it for the first couple of pages.
Yeah.
Right. And then like I look back at those pages and like those areas are empty. In the book, they're all full with backgrounds, right? But on the original pages, they're all empty, and I'm like, I don't like how this looks for the original pages. And so I started doing it. I was like, never mind. I don't need to rush through this.
It makes sense, to do that, saving time.
Comics Bear says Mike never drew the wicker chair. Confirmed. Not confirmed, sir.
Oh, now we're finding out the truth, huh?
Unconfirmed. Lies. Damned dirty lies. What's wrong with you people? All right, so that's what's going on. How about you, Rabbit? What's going on with you?
At the minute, not a lot. I'm at my mum's at the minute, unfortunately. So I don't really have all my art. I have my laptop and a tablet. I'm going over to this Easter weekend coming up, so.
Oh yeah.
I'm here. Unfortunately, I don't have. On the plus side, that Firebat's almost finished, and but I can't get it to you obviously because it need to tweak a few things, and I'm not at home, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
But it is pretty much finished. I just gotta make it, the detail pass on it. So, but I'll probably get it to you. I'm going home Sunday night, so I'll finish it off and get it to you Monday. I think.
Right on.
I think, yeah. If that's okay, if that's still cool.
Yeah.
I know I've been behind on stuff, but yeah, that's the only thing I'm working on at the minute.
I got a piece in. We're getting lots of pieces in from Matt Weldon. He's got eight coming in.
Man, I haven't seen his in a while.
Yeah, I know.
I've seen videos of him.
He finally has like a break.
I've seen videos of him signing comics.
Oh yeah, at a con.
Yeah, and then he's like, I saw one of him, and he's like riding a scooter or something around the neighborhood. He was working on Soul Finder 3, I guess, and he just stopped, so he's got a break, and I'm like, well, get these commissions done, these customs done, and so yeah, we got that up and running. Got lots of sketches. Zach's seen them. Zach.
Oh, hey,
Guess who's Zach? Zach again.
Zach is back.
So I just gave my wife.
Zach what? Zach what?
Oh gosh. Because we're doing the taxes, right? And the cool thing about I was trading all last year. And so we imported, all the transactions and everything, and it popped up in our, tax thing, and it said something close to like $1 million.
What?
And she had freaked out, but it was calculating everything that was before the wash trading, So once it all figured out, like, oh, it wasn't that I actually made $1 million.
Traded $1 million.
Yeah, I traded $1 million, and then it was like, well, you actually only made like this much, and then here's the capital gains tax from that, and it actually wasn't that bad. And so she was, but like for a second there, she was looking at me like she was gonna kill me.
Like, what are you doing with all that money?
Well, no, it's like she knows that that's not how much we actually have, and she's like, if I end up owing this for the rest of my life, I'm gonna kill you. But no, we're doing taxes, and I just wanted to pop in real quick to be like, hey, everybody, and I gotta take care of this. We got to take care of this.
Yeah, but you don't have to take care of it tonight.
Actually, we do. We got to take care of it.
So you don't have to sell the Lambo, in other words, right?
What Lambo? Sheesh.
No, I said land boat.
Oh, land? No,
I'm just joking.
I ain't telling that. That's how I'm getting away.
Zach, here's how I handle my taxes.
Yeah, you send it to your friend.
And I tell her to file an extension.
Yeah. See, I'm not there yet, Mike. I'm not there yet.
You can file an extension.
No, I know, but I'm not there yet where like I know how to all the loopholes and everything. I'm young and stupid, and I don't have an accountant.
I know, but that's why you file an extension.
I'm hoping that'll all change this year. So.
Always put things off that you don't want to do now.
Oh God! I like that. That's good.
I've always said the opposite.
I ain't got time for taxes, bro. I'm just gonna ride and pay the penalties.
I was doing mine today, actually, right before I came on here. I was setting it all up. I do it myself too.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad because there's like Coin Tracker and whatnot. You can actually like link all your wallets and everything to it. And it figures everything out for you, and it's cool actually the way because it knows exactly how much the crypto was worth when you got it and how much it's worth if it's just been sitting in your wallet. And it'll actually deduct it, like if it's like lost value, so you don't own it, like any sort of capital gains if you sell it. You actually don't sell it at a loss.
Did you? Hey, what's wash trading exactly?
Wash trading is when, let's say, okay, so you buy and then it goes down and then you sell, but then you don't wait 30 days. There's a 30-day period where if you wait 30 days, then you buy back into that same coin or stock, then it's not considered a wash. But if you buy like right back in, like, how I did it, which is shorting, then it's considered a wash, and then it basically cancels out any sort of deduction that you would have from selling.
Really?
Cost. Yeah. And that's the point of it. Is it's so that people with lots and lots of money can't keep selling their coins and shorting the market and then getting a deduction for doing that. But
what if you sell it on one account and then you go buy it back on another account?
I don't know.
See, that's a loophole again.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it'll track like you as an individual. You know what I mean? Because in order to have these accounts, you have to use your social and whatnot if you want to trade on these accounts.
Wait,
So,
what?
like,
You have
I'm talking about like,
beyond MetaMask.
Coinbase and stuff.
Oh, right.
I'm not talking about like KuCoin or Uniswap or stuff like that. I'm talking about
So why are you trading on Coinbase?
Coinbase Pro. It's excellent for trading.
That's pretty good too. No KYC at KuCoin.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Zach, guess what?
What?
I'm now a landowner in the metaverse.
Oh, do you have some TCG?
Yeah.
Nice.
True.
It
Nice.
took me like a few hours to get some BNB, and I was like, man, I was almost like this close to this thing saying, forget it. And then something inside me kept going, no, man, you're going to kick yourself if you don't do it. And I'm like, all right. So I just kept going at it. And finally, I used simple swap and everything. And I did it. At first, I was scared. It took 60 minutes for the first thing. And I'm like,
Yeah, first transaction.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the heck is going on?
No, it
And
just takes time.
yeah. And then the guy goes, no, it's about 60 minutes. It says on the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it finally, oh, sorry. It finally kicked in, but then I'm like, okay, finally I got it. I wanted to get 2 farms. I got 1 farm, but I accidentally hesitated because I was thinking, wait, do I really want this land?
You should have. What kind of plots are? You said farms. Are they like silver or gold? What kind of plots?
I missed out on the gold by 1 hour.
Oh man.
Like, I was literally going, you know what? I'll just throw the laundry in and then come back and get the farm. And it's like, sold out. And I'm like, darn it. No.
The old "you snooze, you lose" rule.
Oh my god, I gotta learn my lessons. That's why I just stuck to it to get the silver ones. At least I got silver, 2 silver.
No, yeah. It's any investment in that, like they did a perfect marketing. The TCG. Did you see that? Where like compares? No, they did like a. It's not like a marketing, but they did a perfect sort of like comparison of showing like Sandbox. What is the other big one? Decentraland, and then TCG, and then they had like the comparisons of like how much their tokens are worth and how much land is worth and everything. And
wait, where did they do this?
Let me bring it up.
It was on Facebook, right?
Yeah, no, it was on Twitter. I think I'm not on Facebook, so I wouldn't know. But
okay, I think they put the same thing. They put like a chart comparison chart.
Alex let slip something today, and I'm just going to translate it into what I think he meant. Is that it's entirely possible that they made so many deals this past week that the silvers will sell out.
Whoa.
Yeah. I mean, they've already announced that they sold 15,000 silvers. But that was like, they announced that a week ago and he was there for 2 weeks. And so no financial advice, Chucky. I'm not making any financial advice. But I was on a Twitter call with him today that was not recorded. So I'm just going to repeat what it was. No, he didn't say it out loud. He just, the way he worded it, I'm like, you're saying something that you're not saying. And so I'm just going to say it, even though I have no confirmation that it's true. I'm just saying.
No, I had that feeling. I had that feeling that the silver was going to be gone soon. So I was like, you know what? I got to do it. It's going to be going any minute. And I'm going to kick myself. So, but I got land in the Russia plot. I mean,
silver
Russia?
in
Did you say
north.
Russia?
Yeah,
it looks
no.
like Russia.
Look,
It's the
Jordan's on
north.
top of that. Jordan's on top of it.
It's north, but I don't know. Can you turn crystals if you like gather crystals? Can you turn those into TCG coins?
TCG2, yeah, token.
Oh, okay. That's what I was thinking. That's what the reason I was thinking. I don't know if I can. I'm one of those guys who tries to like get creatures and go to the forest and raise them and all that. If I have the time to do that, so I figured if I got a farm, I could harvest TCG2 coin. And oh wow,
Jordan, send it to me on Discord.
my wife just made me hamburger steak with kimchi topped and a rice.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, man, it smells good.
No,
too.
there used to be this excellent Korean food restaurant that was like 15 minutes from my house. And they actually had to close down from COVID.
Oh,
Mm.
Now I don't get to have kimchi or tteokbokki or anything.
oh.
You could if you went to the Asian market and bought it. Kippy says, I'm going to remortgage my house and buy Silver Plus because Mike said it's going to moon. Not financial advice, but that's a great idea, Chuki.
As long as the house is in Sandbox and not a real house.
Yeah, as long as it's not a real house.
Yeah. Remortgage all of your Sandbox and Decentraland holdings.
There you go, Mike. I put it in.
That's financial advice. Aren't those like up for like 15 grand or 7 grand or something like that for plots in those areas?
Right?
Maybe more.
Yeah, something like that. Some of them have gone are like over $1 million.
Oh,
Hell, man, that's nuts.
Yeah, which is, I mean, keep in mind, they started at like $200, right?
wow.
It
So-
really pays to be ahead, doesn't it?
It does,
Yeah.
which is why it really pays to get into TCG world.
Yeah.
Or it's even public. I mean, this is still private sale,
Dude,
marketed.
the gold
Yeah.
plots.
They're gonna sell out before they've done any marketing.
Yeah, the gold plots were 1 B&B, and now just when they shut it down, that means it's 7 B&B probably, right?
Well, no, because it's completely sold out, so there won't even be a public
gold plots?
sale,
Oh
which
my
means that it's just going to be market price, which I think is going to be significant. I think 7B&B is going to be pretty low for when it hits a actual market. There might be a start where people are like dumping for like 5 or something, like, hey, I can 5x, and then people are just
Yeah.
going to scoop those up so freaking fast.
like me.
Yeah. I mean, dude, the platinums used to be 1 B&B. I just bought one for 12 B&B because I wanted a bigger plot. But I'm not selling any of my gold plots until they're $10,000 or $20,000 each,
yeah.
and then I'm only going to sell a handful of them.
I'll buy one from you. At that time, either buy a real house or just buy land in a virtual reality. I don't know. Does that mean? I don't know. It was great. Let me see if I can find it. It's the future of mankind.
So
And-
go ahead, Zach. Go ahead and explain what we're looking at here, since you're the one.
Okay, so basically, it's a comparison between the total net worth of where each of these metaverses
Called them.
have, and you can see that TCG World is not even close to these other two yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And how many plot
Small
owners?
cap.
we have,
It's what you
small
call a
cap.
small cap.
And the token value is only 59 cents. Look at the other two. They're up in $3 to 50. It's in like how many token holders? Look at that. It's crazy. 134K, 233K. And look how many chains TCG World supports. That's kind of crazy,
Wow.
you know? And
Yeah.
and so it's just like what it's showing is like, look at this new upcoming project that quite frankly is better than either of the other two, and it's really cheap right now. So out of these three, which do you think is going to succeed the most, go the furthest? And my just based on what I know about Decentraland, how Decentraland is basically it's just a virtual reality experience. It's not something you can actually play with. There's not a lot of utility in it.
It's Second Life.
Yeah, you can't really do anything in it.
Yeah.
You can walk around.
Yeah.
But in
Well,
Sandbox, you can do a little bit more. I've seen, a little bit more aspects of RPG, more game mechanics, but TCG World is full. Like, it is a game.
Yeah.
And I really like, especially the upgrade they did. If you saw like the earlier version compared to what it is now,
I know, yeah.
like they're really pushing and that's going to be the one to be excited about. So if you're not into it, get into it. That's what this says.
Yeah. This is the beginning. We're at the beta.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. That's why I felt like, man, I got to jump in this. Because I was looking at the videos.
Oh, is that you? Mike, are you playing? No, this is the.
Oh, you're in it right now?
I'm not playing it. This is the real
It's a
time
demo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See, yeah, look at that. And it used to look like blocky. At least it looked kind of like Sandbox almost, right?
Way back in the beginning of Dev.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden it's got like real textures. It looks like real.
Well, the
environment.
last before this upgrade, it was like Fortnite level.
Yeah. And it looks
And
like
then
now
it became Call of Duty low graphics.
this almost looks like that one with that they were showing when they're fighting all those weird fantasy creatures.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's close to like that. It's like crazy.
Dennis
That
says,
Doom
how do
Rabbit's
we
fun.
get into TCG? You go to, well, you have to have Binance BNB, Binance token. And you just go to tcg.world and go to, it's pretty basic after that.
Yeah, you just got to connect. You got to like, if you have Ethereum, this is what I did. I just traded my Ethereum for BNB
On SimpleSwap.
On SimpleSwap, yeah. And
Which is
I
very
did the
simple.
research. Do research on YouTube too to kind of make sure you do it correctly so you don't lose any money. And I just kind of wrote notes and double checked, and then it took my time real slow the first time, so I didn't lose anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then send a little bit of money, I heard a story where somebody like sent like 11 grand and lost it all. And I was like, oh my God. That's insane. Can you imagine that? Just losing like 11 grand or it just disappears, it's gone.
Bro, I had a freaking $13,000 NFT stolen out of my son's computer.
Oh,
Oh, was
Oh,
it the
I'll do that
Axie
again.
or?
And now it's worth even more.
What was it? Which one was it?
NFT World.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
uh-oh.
They're like I think currently they're about 9 ETH. So that's
So and
$30,000 now.
this is my question: when people steal NFTs because it's a non-fungible token, you can track it and
You can
whatnot.
track it, but you can't
Like
do anything about it.
No, I know. I was like, there's nothing there yet.
You know what?
You can test it.
Actually, there's something you can do. You can go to OpenSea and tell them that was a stolen thing, and then whoever bought it from the guy that stole it can never trade it. And I'm like,
Will
I'm
it
not
lock
gonna
it?
do that to whoever bought it because that's screwing them. They didn't know it was stolen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
unless they did. I gotta go help my wife with the taxes. I've lingered
Okay.
too long. But yeah, no, if you're not in crypto, you need to get into crypto. And after doing my taxes, and I was freaking out about them the entire time, it is so much easier and not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. So it's
Well, have fun then, my friend.
I still owe them money. And the cool thing is that because of Mike, I'm now doing the staking through Looks.
Oh,
Pretty much made all that money already back.
Nice.
So,
I just told Weldon. So I had to pay Weldon for 8 NFTs. Okay, I didn't have to, but I paid him in advance because he asked me to. And I told him to stake all that into LooksRare.
yeah,
So
That's
he
for-
will.
I wish I would have been a little bit more patient and then done it like the beginning of this week instead of the beginning of the previous week because it was at 250 and it went all the way down to 130.
You mean the price?
Yeah, and I was like,
Wow.
oh, man, I could have bought it at then, and I probably could have almost
You
doubled.
could dollar cost average now.
I did buy more.
I mean, that's what I did because last time around,
I really went in. When I first did. I was like, I want to go big and I want to get as many other things. I didn't know like at that point because the looks token is just it doesn't have enough data really to really tell what it's doing at the moment. So I was just like, either I'm in or I'm out. So it went really big in, and I did.
I did the same thing, dude. I went in and I bought. I can't remember how much I bought at the first time, but I wanted to get up to like, have around 10,000. No, it was 10,000. No, it was 20,000. I wanted to get to 20,000, and then like I sold. It was coming down, and so I sold when it was at like 360. I sold 10,000 of them, and then when it hit 240, I bought the 10,000 back, and then when it hit under $1, I'm like, it can't go any further than this, so I bought 20,000 more.
No, smart.
And then it went up to $3, and then it's down to 169. I'm like, whatever. I'm in it for the.
Yeah, you're getting wrapped Ethereum, so
yeah,
whatever. I'm doing the compounder though. I like watching it just like.
No. I did. I swapped it all to compounder.
Good.
Yeah. And
Well, no,
so
that's
now,
super cool.
since I did that, I'm up over 5,000 looks.
Dang. Yes. See, I've only been doing it, and I'm like almost up 500 looks.
Yeah.
Which is still pretty good.
It is. I mean, come on.
And no, the cool thing is like I've been doing the math on compounding, like trying to figure out the exact amount that I'm like every day, like that percentage of compound. If it was like a 200% average, it seems like it's sticking there. It's either above or below. So I'm just saying 200 average, and like it's super fun to walk, like do the math to find out how much you're actually compounding.
Yeah. In about 1 month, I've made about 12%.
That's insane. That's insane. One more thing. Jordan brought something up to me, and I thought it was a really good question. Is he said, do you think Mike would allow the artists of the Punky Monkey Frat House to create an artist monkey to represent themselves? Because you know how we're doing, like, you're doing your custom Genesis.
Oh, you mean and put it in the customs?
Yeah. So we could all have like our own monkey to represent ourselves in the Genesis. Like if I pay for the gas fee to actually mint it, would you allow that if I made my own?
That's an interesting question.
Yeah, Jordan brought that up, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. I'll bring it up to Mike and I'll ask. Because he asked me, he's like, where's your custom monkey and stuff? And I was like, no. Something to think.
Well, the thing is that custom monkeys get a lot of utility.
Well, I'm not saying it has to be in your Genesis. I'm just saying like you can make like an art monkey collection that's a part of the Frat House. That
Now hold on, Zach. Maybe doesn't have to be part of.
Matt's in crypto. He's like, give me those habits, man. Give me the
Hear Mike out.
Mike out. Yeah. Where's my rads, man?
I know.
Yeah.
I know what that means.
I drew a picture of myself.
Yeah, I had to look up all these terms and I learned.
It's like, I'm in. Let's do it.
Yeah, he came just the right time.
What happened?
Explain, Zach.
Artist renditions of monkeys of ourselves that we can have by being a part of it. Basically, like there's a Jerkmonger monkey custom that you would own.
That I would own?
Yeah.
You draw
myself.
You draw it yourself.
Yeah, you draw it yourself. Like you draw your own monkey of yourself.
Now? No. Right now?
No. You're just proposing an idea.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, but does Mike like it?
Yeah.
We'll talk.
I have a cap. My superhero persona, Jerkmonger, have a costume and everything.
I could draw one of myself as well. Yeah, everyone's gonna just jump in. Can I draw one of myself?
I know George just like brought up because he was wondering like why we don't all have like our own like custom monkey that represents us in the frat house.
Right.
And I just was like, I don't know.
That's because I didn't go to college.
Doesn't
I've
Mike
been-
doesn't Mike use it? He uses the Superman and Joker.
yeah.
NFT.
This
Is that
is
an
his
NFT though?
collection, though. This is
Yeah,
his
it's not
collection.
in the collection. I should put that in there.
I was wondering if it was an NFT collection or not.
It should be. I should make that a what do you call it? Fractionalized NFT.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Then everyone could get one. Not everyone, but you know. Rhaegar says, I don't think drawing your own monkey is allowed on YouTube. Have you seen what they allow on YouTube? All right. Anyway, Zach.
Yeah. Good night, everybody.
You're leaving? Was it me?
He's got to do taxes.
Oh,
Taxes in Texas.
I got
Wait, is
my.
Zach in Texas?
I think so.
He is.
I think he is. Taxes in Texas.
No, I haven't-
Oh, my tax. Whoa, look, my water bottle's disappearing.
Whoa. It's like the Predator technology, huh?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I like it.
Elliot! It's the Muppet Show with a very special guest, Elliot!
Did that work?
Thanks for trying.
Uh, I don't feel so limber right now.
You look a little stiff. My shoulder's killing me.
Yeah, I'm pretty beat up, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's all that mud wrestling.
Life has got me. So what's up with y'all?
Bruh, we're just chilling, drawing, except for I'm not drawing. I'm just more chilling than drawing. Matt, are you drawing?
I will be. I'm just finished eating my kimchi.
Rabbit's drawing, so let's watch
I'm
Rabbit.
drawing,
Ooh,
yeah.
look at that.
Oh, nice.
Was ist little communist girl?
I was doing. I haven't been able to do anything else. So I saw that. I saw Jason was doing that paintable portrait in a week challenge. He said he signed up to, and I was like, I could do that. And I started doing it. I was like, I can't do it like they do it with a sketch and then do these weird patch colors and then blend. It's basically following tutorial to like digital painting, but it's like I'm just going to continue how I paint because it's easier. And because I've got nothing else where I am, may as well.
I
Got a
Right.
reference photo.
So the
So,
topic for tonight is little communist girl.
I mean, it could be. I guess. There you go.
maybe that's just the hat she likes.
She's got
It's
the
an Asian
commie
girl.
overall thing. Come on, what are you doing?
Yeah.
It's Asian, right?
Yeah.
She's Russian.
Oh, I see what's going on here.
Uh-huh. See what's going on. We're seeing where Rabbit's true colors are.
Yeah, I seen. Was it Andrew? I mean, Jason Robinson. He's been
Oh
doing.
yeah, I
posts.
should send
Yeah,
you
that's
some.
what I was meant. That's what I said. Yeah, he was him. I watched his video a bit earlier. I was giving him some advice because he was getting a bit confused with some of the tools in Photoshop. I was just like, you don't need to use the blend tool or the smudge tool. Just paint it. You know,
Oh yeah.
because he was struggling with the tools. Because the guy that he was following the challenge, it doesn't. I watched the video and I was like, but he doesn't describe how he set the layers up to do what he's doing. You know what I mean? It's like you already have to know all the ins and outs of the program. So I don't even know how to do what he was trying to figure out. I was like, paint it like this, and he did it, and it was like, yeah, that looks better now. So
Was it on Twitter? Or
he's
YouTube?
it was I was watching it on YouTube because he's said he's making himself do it every day because otherwise he won't do it.
Oh, okay.
He's
I'll be right
live
back.
streaming
Elliot
it.
Burns.
So.
I'm in charge. Oh, go on, guys. I'm in charge. Continue speaking.
They just the tutorials. So you're using Photoshop, right?
I'm using he was I think I don't know if he's using Photoshop or not. I don't know. I'm always using Photoshop. I try Clip Studio, but I don't get like I say it's good for drawing, but I don't get on with it for painting.
Yeah, I have Painter. You ever use Corel Painter?
I've tried that. Yeah, that's not bad. It's got some good brushes.
Yeah, I
Like
used
the
to use
effects
that.
and stuff are good, like the ink markers and the oil brushes and stuff. But they're always a bit laggy to me. I don't know.
Yeah, I never really got to use it too much because I had it for another computer, and yeah, I've never really got a chance to just explore it. But I did some sketching with it and stuff. It was like watercolor stuff.
Yeah,
It was
it's definitely
it
an
was nice.
interesting program.
Yeah, I actually won it for free. I think it was. I got
That's cool.
I won a tablet like a 13-inch or 16-inch Wacom tablet by just entering a draw contest at San Diego Comic Con.
All right.
I was just like, they had a booth, Wacom, and so they said I was just trying it out, and they go, "That's good. You should enter it." I go, "How do you enter it?" And they go, "You just put save and put your name and your number, and then we contact you if you win." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." So I just did that, and all of a sudden I got a tablet, but they sent me two. So
Me too.
I gave one to my brother. I said, "Hey, you accidentally sent me. They sent me one in the mail, and then all of a sudden, like a week later, I got another one." I'm like, "Why did you send me two?" And I go, well, you just keep it." And I'm like, "Okay."
That's awesome.
Yeah. So my brother got one out of it.
So I should go to these places where you can win tablets.
Yeah, man.
I haven't used a Wacom in ages. It's what I first started was one of them Wacom bamboos. I was using it until a couple of years ago. So I started doing these things more often. And I got that NXP pen tablet, and that's been fine. I mean, it's not a draw on display one; it's just a standard one, but it's still really good.
So what,
And
what do you
cheap.
use?
An XP pen, just XP pen, just simple.
What do you draw?
Put it on my knee and draw a tablet.
Is it just basically like you draw on? It's kind of like just a tablet, like a kind of band.
Yeah. I'm looking at my monitor while drawing on the tablet separately.
Yeah, I did that one. I did that for years too, and just recently I started using the Cintiq, which is not even mine; it's my wife's. But I'm gonna plan on getting. I got my was it called a Huon?
Huion, yeah.
Huion, yeah. I want to get that one because the screen looks bigger. Actually, it's the same size overall, but the screen's image area is larger than the Wacom that I have.
Cheaper as well.
Yeah, and I want to get that. And they said I did reviews on YouTube. They said some people said they liked it better than the Wacom because it was had more pressure sensitivity.
Mm.
And they have 4K on the monitors now.
Yeah, that's cool. I'd like to get one. I can't afford anything like that at the minute.
Dude, if you get the Huion one, they're like $250 on Amazon.
Are they? I don't know though. That's in America. Prices are a little bit. I always find they're a bit more expensive over here.
Oh, really?
Not. Sometimes they have good deals. Sometimes on Amazon, I look on
Yeah.
Amazon for them. When I had the money, I bought a guitar. So when I don't have the money, it doesn't matter because I've gotten used to this tablet. I'd like to try drawing on a screen just to see what it's like.
No, it's man. I'm telling you, it's funny that it seems like it would take time to learn it. But what you do, you start developing like a certain style for it. Like you have a certain feel. Like you know how Elliot, how when you use different brushes or pens, your drawing approach changes a little bit and how you handle. And that's how I felt like with this digital. I felt like I had to change my get into that feel of how I approach it. So
Did you find it improved the way you did your digital stuff, or was it just easier, or
like faster?
Yeah,
Definitely easier. Like Mike was saying, like when he did stuff like that would take you forever, buildings and vehicles and all that stuff. I found techniques to try to make it faster by even just using photographs and working on top of it, And it's like, I mean, I could draw it by hand and just eyeball it, but I'm like, why waste all that time? Because as an artist, you have to determine you can't just like push a button and it converts it into line art. I mean, you can, but it just looks it just looks like it just looks like a photograph converted into lines. I don't know, but you can manipulate it, I guess, now to make it even look like it's hand drawn. But I don't know how to do that yet. So,
there is ways, but I don't see the point. It's kind of like, I mean, there's shortcuts to do things, and then there's just outright just cheating.
But it's like if you're doing
depends what it's for.
pages,
I mean, like some of the stuff you're doing, I suppose it's not like you're doing like fine art. You're not doing like an exhibition of your work somewhere, No,
yeah, you want to like, especially doing comic book work, is like you don't want to have to waste all this time like just drawing all the stuff. You can do it by hand, but it's gonna take you forever. And I'm like, why do it? Because the whole point is telling the story, and if it looks good, that's the moment. You're gonna have the same result, right?
Yeah.
It's like if you took like 20 hours just doing like some buildings, it's like you get the same result and you can do it faster in a couple hours. It's like, why not do that? And plus, people, when they look at a comic page, they look at what you did. It took you hours to draw. Look at it for like seconds.
That's true. Yeah.
You know, so it's like they look at it, and I'm starting to realize I look at my favorite artists that do digital art online, and I just zoom in on it, and I'm like realizing how loose it is.
Oh yeah.
I was like, whoa, you know.
There's a lot you can get away with. I can hear myself. Where am I going?
Oh, look at that.
That's
Someone
not
says
right.
Dale Keown. How much do you think he charges a cover? 5K.
Oh, Vic's commenting because I asked Dale to do an NFT, and he's all heck yeah. So
Oh, he's gonna do one.
yeah, but here's the thing. I'm not talking about selling a Dale Keown NFT. I want Dale to do a pit monkey,
Oh
my-
yeah.
and I'm gonna keep it. I'm just gonna pay him to do it, and then I want to put it in my collection.
That's cool.
Right? How
Dude,
rad.
man, Dale Keown, he's one of my favorites.
Heck yeah.
Dude, that guy, I met him once. He came to a convention in my hometown, and it was just like, man, I talked to him for like longer than, because there were lines, and I talked to him for longer. I should probably, I was just like, it's like when I was like going to these conventions, like I didn't want to ever leave. Like when I was talking to my favorite artist, I was like, but I didn't want to be a hog, you know, because I know people are waiting. So I'm like so excited to talk to an artist.
Yeah.
It's like, you're doing what I want to do. But
Dale
man,
is-
yeah. He's a musician too.
Yeah.
He has his own band. I think he still does, right?
Yeah, it's called the Beatles, right?
What?
Just kidding. He's a joke, Matt. Come on.
No, he called it as I say, the Stag Beatles. He changed the name somehow not to get sued. No, he this is what I heard. I heard that when he made big money at Image, that he took like a lot of the money and like financed a band and all equipment and stuff, and started doing tours and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then
I think I heard something like that too.
he came back to comics. But I was like, I remember at the time I was thinking, I heard news about it, and I was like, man, he's too awesome to leave, man. His stuff is so good. Is
Yeah,
he digital now?
You think about that, right? Like when your favorite artist just kind of disappears off the face of the planet. Like Paul Smith disappeared for years.
Oh yeah.
in
Was he
comics.
working in animation or film?
No, I think he was working in animation before comics, and he just kind of noped out. That's some echo. Am I creating echo?
There's definitely a bunch of echo.
Is it mine? Is it me? Okay, I muted myself so someone else could say something to see if it was me.
Okay. I'm gonna talk right now. I don't hear an echo.
I can still hear echo. I can still hear myself when I'm talking. It's just odd.
Yeah, I can hear you.
That's strange. Oh, maybe it's because I'm sharing audio. Mute screen. How's that? Is that better?
Can you hear an echo now?
Yeah, that's loads better.
Okay, good.
All right. So, yeah. It's not Mike. Technically, it was me. It was my screen audio. Pit monkey. That sounds strangely epic. Yeah, I'm just so stoked nobody has asked for a pit monkey yet, so that I can actually get Dale Keown to do it. Because that'd be awesome. Wouldn't that be exciting, Elliot?
Yeah. Except my Chrome kicked me off.
Aw.
Hey, that's exciting. It's a bald guy. It's like me.
Yes, his name is Elliot too. It's
Is he?
strange. Very strange.
Oh, gee. All right.
No, his name's not Elliot. His name's Smelliot.
What?
I've never heard that before.
Creative. So creative.
Well, there's a first time for everything. What do you
You know,
want?
kids, man, kids come up with things that are so easy, right? It's just like, but you're the time they think it's so clever. You're like, I heard that like years. It's funny. It's like the older you get, you're like, kid, I've heard that for like 2-3 generations going on now, right? You're like, you think you come up with this new thing, and it's like, yeah.
I remember when I was a kid, all I heard was "E.T. phone home." Like, shut up. Stupid E.T.
Oh my gosh, ET. I get it.
Yeah. Poor Elliot.
I know. I suffered quite a bit,
I know.
but I'm all better now. Oh, look at that hair! Look
Oh,
at that!
look at
It's
it
cool.
now.
Is that hair or hood? It's both.
It's hair and hood. It's all my layers just turned on at the same time. I'm just not going to zoom out to show you guys what I'm doing because this isn't public information yet.
Oh, hey!
Hey,
Ooh.
hello.
Not till now.
Secret. I've got a secret. It's yet another project.
You seem to be on like so many projects.
I know. This one was just given to me like last week, and they're like, "We need it in a month." I'm like, I'm not busy or anything. But it is what it is. It must be done.
I've got secrets too, Mike.
Tell me your secret, Elliot.
I can't. It's a secret. I can't say it.
Yo,
You can
ruin the
just tell
secret.
me. Nobody's listening.
Hey, Amy, how are you?
Amy's not really here, Elliot.
Amy's asking, "What are you drawing, Elliot?" Well, I show you later.
He means he could show you, but he'd have to kill you.
No, I'm just messing around with Doom Kicker some more.
Oh, Doom Kicker. What about that other thing? Haven't worked anything else out with the other thing that we're not talking about yet?
Having a phone call tomorrow.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Excellent. So let's see what's up with the jerk.
All right. So here's where I'm at. I want to show you guys some stuff, especially you, Matt, because I know you dig this kind of look.
Oh yeah,
All right. So you might have seen this recently. So, that's pretty
yeah.
cool. I got this part done. I like this guy. That's cool.
Oh yeah. You get the red.
Yeah.
That's cool.
How'd he
Pretty nice.
teleport in there?
I don't know. And then this.
Whoa. That's cool.
Sick.
Whoa.
And then this is the latest page here.
Nice. I like that top perspective. How it's a panel in the floor on the wall. That's cool.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
gate, the bars. That's nice.
Yeah, I still got to add the plate for the lock, but I'm
Did
not-
he throw up the keys?
Yes.
Oh,
No.
he's in the hand in the
He's
toilet.
fishing for the keys in the. He threw up in the toilet and the keys were there.
Oh,
Uh,
that's unpleasant.
and that's
Hey,
the
man.
keys for the jail. The cell or no? Or is that giving away the story?
Kind of, but sorry.
Okay, that is cool.
At this point, doesn't matter to me right now. I got to get it done. But yeah, I'm excited. That's pretty cool.
I would say exciting times are upon us.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
Gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
nice.
I like this face a lot here.
Yeah,
The Hank's face there.
the profile there. I like that side.
Like that's pretty cool. This goofy face is awesome too.
Oh, he's the one
Yeah.
throwing him in the. Why is he throwing him in the toilet?
That's interesting. You gotta have to read the book to find out, Mike.
Wow, what a jerk!
Yeah,
Seriously.
that's good
Oh.
stuff. Spoilers, says Jordan. Yeah. That's all I got. That's all. That's all. I was just showing you guys. That's
That's
all.
all I got is spoilers.
Nice.
He's spoilerific.
Oh, cool. Doing some new renderings, huh?
Oh,
Yeah, I was
that's
just goofing around with
lovely.
this the other day. I was waiting for my car to get finished and I did some of that.
Cool. Nice.
One Soto says, I have to close my eyes. I don't want to get spoilers.
What was going on with your car?
I had to get an oil change. Something else happened. My wife's car had something done recently. And then this past weekend, I had to do a bunch of stuff in my house. Did I tell you about that, Mike? I had to get a new home insurance. And so they need to do a new inspection. So I got the inspection done, but I had some things I had to fix.
Oh yeah, you did mention that.
It was painful.
El pain in the house.
Only because I'm not that handy, so I get nervous. I had to fix a circuit breaker and put a new circuit breaker in. That was fun.
In your car?
That's
In
what
my-
I have a son who's an
in my
electrician
house.
for.
Oh, I was gonna say.
And then I had to do. I had to also rewire my water heater,
Whoa, what?
and I got some help though. Somebody helped walk me through it, but it was kind of freaky.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna be like, I'm an artist, not a doctor.
I know,
Like, what the?
I know. But
Dang.
I'm also a homeowner, so I gotta do what I gotta do.
Dude, you know what you do, Elliot?
What's
You
that?
send your son to electrical school.
That's a good
Totally.
idea. That's
Yeah.
a great idea.
If they're
That's
not
what
going
I
to draw, Mike, they're going to fix your house, right?
Yeah. Dude, Elijah went out the other night, and it was 9:30 at night, and he went to Home Depot and he bought cans, like canned lighting, inset lighting for the house, and then like he's up in the attic at like midnight drilling holes in our room to install these lights, and it's like it's sick, man. I always wanted
Wow.
canned lighting. I'm just, I'm not an electrician, and I'm too damn lazy.
Oh,
Heck,
wow.
I don't want to fix the toilet. I bought the parts to fix the toilet. They've been sitting on the toilet for 3 days.
Literally.
Literally, yeah.
And my uncle, he's an artist, sculptor, but I don't know if because he's a sculptor, he's also draws, but he's a really good artist with his pencils and inks and paints and everything. But he sculpts and he's really good at drywall and just creating things. And like his office area and his house just looks cool, and he did it all himself. He just knows how to put it all together like a carpenter too. I think he made his own deck.
With your hands, you're good with your hands.
Yeah, that's cool. Everything. I looked at his office. It looks so cool looking. He put the lighting in the walls and everything, and the way he did. I was like, oh my gosh, you could do this. I'm like,
You could do
made
it
me
too,
wanna-
Matt. I believe
That's
in
what I
you.
mean. It makes me want to try now. I'm like seeing that stuff. And I'm like, whoa. I just knocked myself out when I got an idea to put LED lights underneath the counter, so it looks cool, like futuristic, right? You just get stickers. There's like a little strip of LED lights you can put underneath your cabinets or something.
That's what Elijah did to his bedroom. He's got LED lights all the way around the top of the room.
Yeah, that's cool. It has a cool
Yeah.
ambiance to it. It looks like
Yeah.
feels like sci-fi. We actually have Christmas lights in our window, but it's like not color. It's just one color of yellow. But we left it up there and we strung it so it kind of feels like an Italian type of thing. And it lights up the kitchen at night. It's nice. So it's almost like a night light.
Preston Winters says, I've been zapped by 240. Wasn't much fun. I try not to mess with much electric anymore. Yeah. When I was a little kid, because I was smart enough to know what alternating current was, but dumb enough not to not play with it. So I stuck a paper clip in one side of the outlet and a nail file in the other side, and then I dropped another paper clip on top of both of them,
Oh my
and it blew up
god!
the outlet.
Oh my
Blew up
god!
It blew the outlet. It was like big old scorch mark on the wall and everything.
Oh my god! Wow.
Don't give your kids any ideas, Mike.
Yeah,
No, I did that.
don't do this at home.
I stuck my. I don't know if I can't remember this if someone told me or if I did it. My vague memory of. I think I stuck a fork or a knife in the outlet because someone says you electrocute. I'm like, I gotta see this. See, I don't know. I'm like a scientist or something, you know. I'm
Is
doing
that
experiments. I feel like a scientist. I stuck a knife in a light socket. Yeah. I didn't feel like a scientist afterwards, but it was exciting the prospect of like seeing how this works. No, my teacher did. He actually
Well, it didn't do anything, right? Because you only stuck it in one side.
I
You have
remember
to stick
getting
it in
zapped.
both sides. You have to connect the circuit in order for.
Well, I
the
must have done
electricity to
something
shine.
because I got zapped.
Really?
I felt it in my arm like a tingle. No, but
Oh,
my
if it was
teacher.
just a tingle, yeah, okay, maybe.
Yeah, I didn't get like you didn't blow or anything, but
Yeah.
I remember my teacher in science class. He had a generator and he had the whole class make like a human ring, and one person touched one end, and the other person around the whole classroom, and we all linked hands and we touched it, and then he like ran the generator like a hand crank, and we could just feel the jolt go. Everybody was like and he goes, see, that's how powerful electricity is. It goes right through everybody, and we're like, oh my gosh, you feel it in your chest, right?
Yeah.
But remember those globes where they have electricity, like those like mad scientist looking globes where you
The
can see it?
Tesla. thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they had one or two of them at McDonald's that we went to. We were on a road trip in high school, and they had these two big giant glass with electricity in McDonald's, and people were ordering food. And me and my friend had a great idea. He was going to touch one, and then I was going to touch the other, and then link hands. Oh man, we got zapped really hard, man. It was like it scared us. We're first of all, this would be funny. Maybe we can see electricity between our hands. It was like, bam! We're like, oh. But that was dumb. But that was like really painful.
But that was dumb.
I'd say you were dumb, but I already told my story.
I didn't scorch anything except Morgan's.
Yeah, well, you didn't do it in your house.
Yeah, that's. How old were you?
I don't know, 10?
High school. High school.
No.
I'm gonna do experiment here. Did you get in trouble?
I honestly don't remember.
That's part of what happened. The memory loss.
Yeah.
It was a blur after that.
Well, I didn't touch them. I dropped it.
Oh,
I was-
but you knew it was something that happened, so you backed up, like.
Well, I was just trying to see what happens.
And when did you go flying back? Boom.
No. I mean, not like an explosion, just like out of sheer terror,
Yeah, I was gonna say
probably.
it was just like a fire, but
Whoa. That was probably a bad idea.
I think the worst thing I did as a kid, and this was not intentional, is I put a giant glass of apple juice on top of the TV so I could turn the channel. And I was trying to turn the channel, and the TV was on a roller, and boom, the apple juice went all back inside of the television, and just a big giant mushroom cloud of smoke, like. And my dad's like, "What'd you do?" And I'm like, "Oh, I felt so bad, man."
Dude, Elijah did that to our brand new freaking stove. I don't know what the heck he was cooking. It was some sort of oil, something or other, and it was just flying everywhere. And it went behind the stove and then dripped down onto the whatever transistor, transformer, connector, whatever it was, and just fried the freaking. It was like that stove was like. So literally all we could do was the stove top we just got a new one. And this was years ago.
Wow.
But we had an extra oven on the other side of the kitchen anyway. So it's like,
Man, so you basically used it as a countertop for years.
no. So the counter part still worked, but the oven didn't.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. So this,
Yeah. And then I even had somebody come out there and look at it. I'm like, how much is it to fix this thing? He was like, you might as well just buy a new friggin' stove. I'm like, oh, right. Thanks.
I always hate it when they say that, especially with computers. I took it in to get fixed, and it'd be cheaper to buy a new one. I'm like, yeah, you're gonna buy me a new one? Dang it. I'm like, how could it be cheaper to buy a new computer than just replacing a part, But it was the motherboard, I guess, is gone.
Dude, I just went today to pick up my car. We had to have the windshield replaced because Eden was driving like a few days ago, like last week, and something, she doesn't even know what it was, but it was the size of a baseball, hit the windshield while she was driving it, and she didn't even have her license yet.
Oh,
She was,
man.
yeah, so it's like she was
Did she get freaked out?
probably a little terrified.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I go to the dealership to get it replaced because with these new cars, they have cameras in them, in the windshields, that have to be calibrated, and so they had to replace the camera. They had to replace all the grommets, all the whatever trim and all that stuff. It was freaking $1,300 to change a damn windshield.
Oh my gosh. Jeez. What the heck? That's why you just drive around with a shattered windshield.
Yeah, that's kind of illegal here. I mean, it was shattered.
Oh, really? That bad? I thought it was just a crack.
Yeah, it was like the whole, probably a quarter. I don't even take a picture of it, but Eden did. So it was like the size of a baseball, right? Indented into the windshield, and then, the spider veins on the way out of there.
Yeah, that's pretty serious, man. Because I've had stuff hit my windshield, but never that much damage. That must have been pretty big.
Did you ever figure out what it was?
No. The guy at the shop said that because it was like 10 o'clock at night, but he was talking about how sometimes like adult softball games, dude, they'll just smash home runs like way the hell out of the field. So she might have been driving by a field or something, because it was either that or some kid was chucking rocks at the highway.
Dude, in California, it could be anything, because in California, when I drive out here on the expressways, I'm ready for anything. I keep my eyes peeled, because there could just be like, you'd be driving on the expressway at like 65, 70 miles an hour, and there's just a couch sitting there in the middle of the highway,
Yeah.
And it's just that's how it is. Like, yeah, regularly. Like my friend we're driving on the road, and there's a dresser drawer sitting in the middle of the thing, and he ran over a flat tire. Boom.
Yeah, I had a something like that just recently.
Yeah, it's insane. It's like people here, they'll haul furniture in the back of the truck and they won't tie it down, or they don't tie it down very good. And they'll drop like entire like a bed set like sitting in the highway. It's insane.
Ladders.
Yeah.
Ladders are common.
When I talked to one lady, she said a 2x4 went flying at a windshield, and she ducked, and it went right through her windshield where she was sitting.
That's like Final Destination. You're going all over there.
Yeah, I go, what did you do? Like hold on to the wheel with one hand and like squatting to the side? She goes, no, I just dove to the side, screaming and laying on the seat. And I'm like, you're flying on the road at top speed doing that? I'm like, oh my gosh. I would have dove to the side, but I had my hand on the wheel and just trying to like keep it steady. Because man, yeah, out here, I'm telling you, California, you have to have your eyes on the road all the time. Because I ran over. No, this happened to me. We ran over a toolbox in the dark.
Oh no!
My car was driving down, singing to a song. Bam, bam! Your car just goes flying up like you just went over a median or something, like huge. And I was like, "What the heck was that?" And I did a U-turn, came back around, and I parked on the side of the road. I couldn't see anything, and then I saw a car hit it. Another car, boom! Like, it's a giant toolbox sitting there, like fell off a work truck.
Did you go get some tools?
I was tempted to go, but I'm like, I'm not gonna risk my life to get it. Final Destination, right?
Yeah. You heard about that a few. Was it a couple months ago? Maybe there was like that. I guess it was a bank truck or something like that. Just freaking blew open or some crap, and there was just like hundreds of thousands of dollars all over the highway here.
Wow.
What?
Yeah, and then they were looking for people like through YouTube and stuff who were actually there collecting it so they could go arrest them for taking the money. And it's like, bro, it's on the street. What do you want?
Yeah, what the heck? Hey, finders keepers, man. It's the law of the West.
Well, apparently.
That's some baloney, though, man. I mean, think about it. If it drops and it's blown all over the place, and you happen to see it, you're driving, and you're like, "Hey, look, money." Or what if it's
Yeah,
and you
I dropped $100 once, and I didn't get to arrest anybody for not returning it to me.
Yeah,
Rude.
Most people definitely would just take it. I mean, you would.
Well, if I didn't see where it came from, like my rule is, if I see money on the ground and I see someone drop it, I'll pick it up and give it to them. But if I'm like, well, it's mine. And I done it the opposite. When I was younger, I used to be like, did you drop this money? And people like, sure, just take it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm pretty sure that guy didn't drop it. And I just got, so like, I learned my lesson when I was young. I'm like, people aren't honest.
You're disgusting.
I'm like, did you just drop $10? The guy goes, yeah. And I go, okay, that's good because I didn't find $10 when I found 20. Well, I think I dropped to 20. I'm like, psych, it was a 50. He's like, well, that's what it was, a 50. It keeps going up, right? I'm like, you liar. I didn't even find anything. He's like, oh, never mind then.
Then he punches you for being a liar.
Yeah.
You're just a bald-faced liar. You're describing that John Cusack movie, Mike. What John Cusack movie? I don't know what John Cusack movie you're talking about.
What is DJ Peterson? The only reason I think windshields are required so birds don't poop on you while you're giving a speech or driving. What?
Well, a little bird told me that a little bird pooped on a certain vice president, former vice president, while he was giving his speech.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Did you see this one? This person made a video. Some people are geniuses with these memes, these video memes. They made a meme with I don't watch the news, so I don't know what's going on with the White House when they do stuff, but it shows Biden talking about how people can get guns off the mail, order them, and hand drill like a hole and make a gun or something. I don't know. But he's like walking to the steps, and someone made an infomercial out of it from like the 80s. Like, and it was like, how to order your own gun, how it's easy. And his basic selling point, it's easy. You just take a hand drill. Anybody could do it. It's like, the text says anybody could do it,
That's right.
And I was like, this is great. And they did the whole infomercial where they had the 1-800 number and credit card symbols in them on. It was the best. I'm like, man, that person was a genius. If he's not making money off these videos, man, that's a shame.
It's a crying shame.
It looks so good. It was so perfect. How to make a gun. If I was a kid, I'd be writing instructions down right there. That'd be a dream come true, man. The kid, you could print a gun on a computer.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Say, tell me more. Is there a video to the link to this? Was it back in the old YouTube days? They used to have YouTube videos where they show you how to make bombs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Isn't that insane? It's like back in the old Wild West of YouTube, man. It's like, how to make a gasoline bomb. I'm like, I think I know how to make that, but why not? We'll check it out. This thing is it's pretty self-explanatory, right? Gasoline bomb.
Yeah.
I miss science.
Yeah, what about that movie?
You say you miss science?
Yeah.
It's more experimenting going on.
Science.
Did you see that one movie? I can't remember what it was, but this guy.
Yeah, I've seen it.
In prison. In prison. It's been a while since someone's done that. In prison, a prison movie, this guy took a syringe and he filled a light bulb with gasoline. So
I have seen that. What movie was
the
that?
person came to turn the light on, it blew gasoline all over him in the cell, on fire. Oh, it was crazy. I don't know if that would really work, but it was pretty cool.
All right, I'll head over there.
I mean, I
No,
know,
that was freaking Nightmare on Elm Street, wasn't it?
No,
She
no.
does do that but that was gunpowder in Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, okay.
oh, gunpowder. Okay. They were creative, man. Those older movies, man. I'm telling you. They show you how to do a lot of death and destruction.
And they didn't even have YouTube. Just think.
No, I think I remember right in Nightmare on Elm Street, she gets a book on how to make booby traps and all sorts of crazy nonsense. I don't think you can find that book nowadays.
I'm gonna start looking. Actually, I learned how to make traps. I had one book as a kid, survival book, and actually, I did find one book I bought as an adult, and it's I don't know if it's military, Navy SEAL or something. It's a book where it shows you how to survive, out in the wild, what plants to eat, how to make shelter, how to make your own
Oh, yeah, those are good
water
ones.
filtration. Yeah, it's cool.
The important stuff in life.
Yeah, man.
How to be a man.
Yeah, I used to make bow and arrows out of tree branches and
Yeah, I remember doing that when I was a kid.
Yeah, it was awesome, man. I'm like,
Yeah, but were
yes.
they any good?
I could shoot some arrows, but yeah, I don't know.
That's the trick. You can't make a.
I ended up
20-pound
making
bow.
spears out of them. I think that worked. Can impale somebody with it.
Impale Rider.
No, it was. We had we had those old basements with the work. Had the work benches and drawers full of stuff your dad, would not use, and you'd make stuff out of them. It was fun. My grandpa, we go into his garage and grab a bunch of stuff.
No.
Ah, shoot.
I'll be right back.
All right. I'm going to switch to my screen. Rhaegar says Anthony Fauci is the science now.
Who's he?
I don't know.
He's
Never
been
heard of
gone
him.
so long. I think I remember that name.
Oh, Matt, I have to share a video with you that I probably can't talk about on YouTube. Because
Okay.
it'll cost me my channel.
Yeah. Send it to me.
The
I
truth
watched
will
that
cost
one
me.
that you sent me was good.
Yeah, the Watch the Water.
Yeah. That guy's
Dude,
hilarious.
that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Oh, the one about EWF. That one. Economic World Forum.
Oh, no. This is a different one. This one is about the source of a particular thing that's going around the world, shutting down economies.
Oh,
I can't really talk about it.
okay. Well, I saw a video of people in Shanghai, China, where they're locked.
Screaming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're locked in their apartment buildings and they're all screaming out the windows.
Oh, that was because of the lockdown, wasn't it? And they weren't getting
Yeah.
supplies and everything, and medicine.
Yeah, it's
and
creepy.
all
It
sorts
sounds like
of stuff.
zombie
Yeah.
apocalypse.
I saw that.
Good times.
Yeah.
I'm going to say control your desire for freedom or something like that.
Wow. Yeah. Control your soul's desire for freedom.
Yeah, that's so
That's not
weird.
creepy at all.
Wow. Jeez, man.
Come on, Jake, kill my villager.
That World Economic Forum, they have posters on the outside of their offices on the streets, and it says, in the future, you will own nothing and be happy.
Yeah.
Of course, they're going to be owning stuff. Just you're not going to be
See, what
owning it.
I'm going to do is I'm going to own digital stuff, and then when it's really expensive, I'm going to sell it, and I'm going to buy real world stuff.
Yeah. They want us to live in Ready Player One, the movie. They want it
Yeah.
to be like that, where we live in little cubicles and run
Yeah,
on
but can you
treadmills.
imagine at some point? I mean, if TCG World goes the way of either Decentraland or Sandbox, and it's so much better than either of those, dude. The plots that I have, if some of them are in the right spot, dude, some of those, like I said, some of those plots go for like $1 million or more. If I have one that's like ends up being next to the right place,
And then people want to expand or something too.
yeah, it's like, bro, will I sell that? Will I sell an NFT for the same price as I could buy a house in San Diego?
Yeah.
Yes, I will. And I will then buy a house in San Diego.
That's what I was
So-
telling my wife. I go, okay, I always tell her before I do something though, I'm like, I want to buy and this. And she goes, well, if you think you pray about it. And I'm like, yeah, I feel good about it. And I was actually putting it off and I'm like, something kept telling me, do it. And I'm like, and I'm like, I got to do it. So I did it. And glad I did. I would get more. Maybe next time I get paid, I'll get more. But I got one in the north. That's the only thing that gets me. But I'm thinking maybe that might be a good thing. Maybe somebody will want more land in the north and I could sell it or something. I don't know.
Well, I can tell you, dude, there's not any bad land. There's
Yeah.
gonna be better land. Some places are gonna be better than others, but there's no crappy plots.
It depends on what you want to do, right? Or what you want to do with it. Because I heard one of the co-founders, he was talking about, he gave a little bit of a tips on where to try to allocate your land.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, ooh. So I kept that note.
but no, it was on the Facebook. He made a comment on someone's post, and I was like, oh, I'm writing that down. So yeah, some good advice. I didn't allocate
While I
yet.
write this down.
Yes. Did you? You didn't. You said, is it easy to allocate your stuff, right?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna allocate the rest of the stuff that I have.
Why?
Not until the game's live, so
Really?
that I know, like, I can walk around the world and see. I've already got I've got 48 plots allocated, and so the rest that I have, I want to be like, I want to see where I'm at in the world, and maybe there's something you're not seeing on the map that's more interesting or whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
You don't know where the roads are going to be yet.
yeah. That's the thing. Roads. Yeah.
Yeah.
What if they got to build a road on your land?
You don't like the real world. They got to compensate you. You want to build on my property? Oh, that's hilarious. I'm curious how it's going to work, but
I always wanted to own land in the metaverse somewhere. When I heard about Sandbox, I was like, oh, I want to get in on that. And I heard how much it costs. I'm like, oh man, I'm too late.
Dude, I heard about it way back before it was expensive. Like back when Sandbox was like 3 cents, and I had my Isaac game test it and he's like, this is boring. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to put any money into this if it's, it can't even entertain a kid. And I really think the only reason it did so well and it's so boring is that it's first to market, right?
yeah,
It's like one of these earliest NFT spaces, and then somehow they convinced like Snoop Dogg and some other high profile people to get land in that area. Well, what happens when all the celebrities start going, I want land in TCG World where you can actually do things that are interesting,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Yeah, I mean, it looks like they got some stuff going on right now. That there's actually going to be storylines too that they're going to have for people playing.
Yep.
That's to talk about TCG storylines. Yeah, it's
Yeah, I'm
cool.
working on those, dude.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it's funny. I keep forgetting like you're actually working with them. I listened to your they had the that live talk on Twitter.
Oh, you would listen to that one today?
Yeah, I listened to that today. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
know how to. People were doing emojis or something. I don't know how to do that on there. Trying to figure it
Oh,
out.
I don't know.
But I was in there listening. They were doing
Nice.
giveaways. Some sweet giveaways. You gave some funky monkeys away too, right?
Yes, I did.
Was it Greek life?
Yeah, we gave away 3 Greek lives and then a couple Delta chimps. Although I'll be honest with you, neither of the guys that won, and don't try to claim it. I know who won. I have the names, but neither of the guys that won have claimed them yet.
What? Do they not know how? Or
I don't know.
Of course, I don't know how they would not know how if they're the NFT guys.
Right?
Maybe they're new.
I mean, I just told them to message me. So it's like,
yeah. They don't know what they're missing out on, man. I've been all over that. It's not just art, not just awesome art. Oh, what is this?
This is me trying to catch up to work. Several different things I got to take care of. From the
that's
Is it a cover?
She Galactus.
yeah,
It's Galactics.
it's Galaxa.
So it's a Fantastic Four if they were all women.
It's an homage
To cover,
to,
right?
to Fantastic Four 243.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a cover.
okay. I was gonna say it looked familiar. Like, is that a Kirby one or is it Buscema?
It's a John Byrne one.
John Byrne. Oh, nice. I would just talk about John Byrne to my brother the other night. We met him at a convention once.
He's wilding out these days. He's getting all uppity about stuff.
Oh,
Who?
really?
John Byrne?
John Byrne, yeah.
Oh, with stuff that you're not supposed to talk about on YouTube?
It's various stuff.
Like stuff you're
He's
not
a
supposed to
maroon.
talk about on YouTube?
He's a maroon. He's entertaining, but he's a maroon.
That comment. Where is this? All right, this. Sorry, I'm just going to talk to myself for a moment here.
Da-da-da-da. I gotta finish this. I'm finishing up some other work for Animus. I'm finishing up some. Yeah, I got stuff I gotta do. I'm hustling though. I'm hustling.
You got the hustle. Where the heck?
I got the muscle for the hustle. That sounds gross.
Yeah, it's disgusting. I know what you're talking about. There it is. No, dang it. There. All right. All right. You can tell me what outfit this is. Ready? Go.
Is that Doctor Who?
Matt? Matt's muted. Rabbit?
I'm looking. Just look familiar.
I just remembered that Elliot doesn't care for this movie.
Oh, I know who it is.
I looks very familiar, but
Is that Buckaroo?
No.
Oh, forget it then.
yeah, I'm not sure. It just looks familiar.
Well, maybe somebody in the chat will figure it out. Mal? What? The heck is a Mal? It's not Buckaroo Banzai.
That's what I thought it was.
Well, you're wrong. Okay.
It looks like it,
Okay. You're wrong. Okay.
but it looks like it.
No, it doesn't.
I said Doctor Who.
No. Ooh, Justin Hollister said he won a silver plot today, plus a monkey. It's sounding like DM me. No. I'm not giving you hints, Jordan.
No one knows. It's a mystery.
Wow.
Maybe Matt will know when he comes back.
Is it Blade Runner?
What'd you say?
Is that Blade Runner?
Yes, it's Deckard.
Ah,
See? My brain figured it
I
out.
knew I recognized it. Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Sheldon, no, stop.
It's Harrison Ford.
No, Justin, unless your name is the name that matches the name that I called out in the Discord, and that's not the name I called out in Discord, but it might be. But the name I called out in Discord has to DM me, not anybody else. I'm not going to give that. And it wasn't a monkey, anyways. It was the Delta Chimp NFT. Too colorful for Blade Runner. No. I know. I play. There's somebody that keeps trying to actually get me to give them winning things. I hate it when people do that. Like, for real.
I hate when people actually try.
Alternate universe Charles Xavier. Okay, he doesn't have the hair on. Jeez. Oh, I don't even have the hair.
Oh, Michael. What have you done?
Why do people have to harass me in
What?
these terrible ways?
They're not harassing. They're joining you in your fun.
It's done out of love.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Look at him, sunglasses. I'm Neo.
Neo before Zod.
Neo before Zod. Although Zod doesn't sound like that at all. All right, let's get back to Rabbit's work. Boop, boop. Jordan.
That looks
Stop
dope, man. That looks great.
No,
Well, you're talking to me. What? Yeah. Yeah.
Super cool.
I haven't done a proper portrait in a while. It's nice to sit and do it, relaxing.
art is relaxing.
I love it when you guys across the pond use the term proper. I love it. I love it. It makes me happy. I wish I spoke English that well. I sound more like Mike these days. Yikes.
Wait, what?
Just kidding. Just kidding.
What you talking about, Willis?
Nah, fool. That's all I got. That's the best I got. I'm watching that. I'm playing it in the background for the last day or so. I can't remember the title. It's a long title. It's a documentary about horror movies that came out of Shudder.
Okay.
And it starts off with a discussion on British horror movies. And so I saw one of them was online somewhere, and I got to watch a little bit of it. It's called I can't remember now. Something, The Clawed Hand of Satan, something like that.
Sounds familiar. It's not Hammer horror, though, is it? Is it Hammer horror?
It might be Hammer, but I
think I've definitely seen it.
It's very British. It's a British film, and because that's the beginning, and that's where I heard it from. I said, "Oh, that's that one movie I heard about." So I'm watching. I was like, "Wow, there's a lot of nakedness in this movie."
It does sound like it could possibly be Hammer horror. Then can be a lot of that in some of those movies.
In Hammer, right?
Especially some of the Satan stuff. Yeah, a lot of the like devil stuff, as opposed to the Dracula or monster movie ones.
I was impressed. It's like, wow, wow. They went far.
You know, I was looking for reference for Logan's Run because I wanted to do a Logan's Run shirt for this little NFT collection I was doing. And boy, that little outfit the leading lady wears in that reminded me of why I liked that movie so much as a kid.
Yeah. I saw another one recently.
I'm like, hey, no.
I saw another one recently. There's another Hammer film. It's called Blood of the Mummy's Daughter or something like that. Another British actress. I was like, wow, she's beautiful. But she's walking around. Like, first of all, nobody has hair like that ever, all the time. I was impressed. It's 1970s. You know, what are you going to do? I think it was 70s, maybe even 60s, late 60s. I forget what it was. But anyway, man, I was like, wow, okay. So I'm in the middle of checking out these older.
No, Jordan, no.
Huh?
I'm just telling Jordan, no.
Oh, my bad.
He says he wants a Zardoz Connery outfit in the series. Go on, Elliot. Sorry.
No. That's all I was saying.
Please.
I was hoping Rabbit would have some insight into these films, though.
It's been a while. So, I mean, I grew up with all those kind of movies. I've seen a lot of them. I just don't, I haven't seen them for years. I have a box set collection of all the old Hammer horror movies somewhere. They are great movies. England has always made good horror movies. I thought,
That's what
the
that documentary was pointing out. How a lot of these older movies they had a lot of meaning. Like this one about Satan's Claw or whatever. It was interesting. It was about this witch that had infiltrated the small community. And the guy, one of the main characters had this like crazy, like curly white man's afro. It was incredible. And he had found this on the dirt, this face. And of course, another man shows up to town, and he's bringing his bride to be, but turns out she's given her soul. Some is ridiculous, but
it sounds really pretty. I don't have to have a quick Google.
I think if you saw it, you'd know what it was. I just can't remember the name of it.
Jeff Potts is asking.
Blood of Satan's Claw.
Blood of the Mummy's uncle's friend, sister-in-law's stepfather.
I'll figure it out in a second here. Let me see. That one was the Mummy's something or other was good too.
This one's called The Blood of Satan's Claw, and I've definitely seen that.
I think that's what it is.
Maybe it's not.
Let's see. Let me see. It might
I'm
not
just-
be a Hammer film,
I'm
but
just letting
No,
you
I don't
know
know. I
I'm
don't
not
think it
knowing
is.
any of this stuff.
I've definitely seen it. I recognize the still from the movie.
I like this one called Burn Witch Burn, but it had a different name when it first came out. It's a black and white movie. It was. I think it was
It was
called
called Burn Hillary Burn.
No, it was called silly. It was called Night of the Eagle or something like that, and it was pretty great, man. I was impressed for an older black and white film. It really rocked the house. I thought, but I don't know.
I know you get some good stuff. I remember going to the cinema to see that The Madness of Dr. Caligari, is it? Silent movie, but they had like an organist and it was like playing all the music live while watching it, and that was pretty awesome.
Oh wow,
That's a cool way to watch a horror movie.
You sure that wasn't Rocky Horror Picture Show?
No, I do love that action movie though.
So the one is called The Blood of Satan's Claw, or whatever.
Yeah, that's
The
what I
Blood
was
on
saying.
Satan's Claw. All right, then the other one I was telling you about, The Mummy, which was a Hammer film. What was that called? That's on my Amazon Prime.
Normally, if it's got like the old school English horror actors, you know it's Hammer horror. Like,
Well, then and the reason why I recognize most of them is because they were Bruce Timm has drawn a lot of them in various.
And Elliot is frozen.
True,
Yeah.
caricatures of the original actors.
oh, I see. Characters. Yeah. Is he frozen again?
No, he's just mid speech.
I love some of the silly movies that Hammer did. Though. I'm assuming you've seen Seven Golden Vampires.
Yep.
That movie's fantastic.
Hobo with a shotgun. What is?
Oh yeah, I remember seeing
Oh,
that.
He's muted. Elliot, you have muted yourself.
I didn't mute myself.
I did mute you because I couldn't unmute you.
Oh Lord! So this other one's called is with Valerie Leon. She's the actress, and she's beautiful. She's beautiful. And then this is the other one that I bought. I'm surprised, man. I was telling my buddy the other day. I was like, man, I'm actually a big horror fan. After all, like I know I've been into it these days, but since I was a kid, I always watched a bunch of horror movies. I loved it. And one of the ones that I do love are all these Hammer films like Dracula in AD 1972. And I want to see this one called Count Yorga. What a terrible name that is. But it's got my attention. I can't wait. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Valerie Leon, she was beautiful. But then after that, she did a bunch of like these terrible B movies where she's practically naked all the time. Like, man, she's weak. Anyway, good stuff, man. Good stuff. I like that there was so much of that in the 70s. You could enjoy a plethora of foolishness. Oh, keep dropping my mouse.
I remember a movie called Gargoyles. It must have been the late 70s or early 80s. And it's like I only ever saw it on TV, but it was like these like full size gargoyle dudes, and I don't even remember much about the movie, but I just thought it was so cool because of the way they look. I wonder if I could find that. I'm gonna go.
Did you ever see Q?
Cube. Yeah.
No, Q. Just the letter Q.
Cube.
It's supposed to be short for Quetzalcoatl, the serpent god from Aztecs. Oh my gosh. It had one of the Carradine brothers. I think it's David Carradine was in it. Oh my gosh. It was horrible. But
Horrible good or horrible?
See, that's the problem. It was just horrible. But then it was really cool because the Carradine really played it off. Like he was putting his heart into that. Q, the winged serpent movie. There you go, Jeff Potts. Oh my
This
god.
is it. I found it. Oh no,
The poster was awesome though. The poster was fun.
Hold on. I gotta unmute. I'm gonna mute me.
Oh wow! Look at that nonsense.
It just looks really. Man, I love all these kind of movies.
Me too. Me too. They're fun. They're
The
fun.
devil was
That and
once the
Blackula.
most favored of the host of angels serving the Lord. But pride welled in his breast. He thought it unseemly for him to serve. The devil and his band of followers, who likewise suffered the sin of pride, were defeated in battle by the Lord and his host,
Pride is a
and were
sin.
banished to the outermost depths of hell, never to know the presence of the Lord or look on heaven again. Smarting with his wounds, but all the more swollen with pride, the devil cried out from the depths, "It is better to rule in hell than serve in heaven." The devil proclaimed what was lost in heaven would be gained on earth. He said, "My offspring, the gargoyles, will one day rule the Lord's works, earth and man."
This is
And
1972.
so it came to pass that while man ruled on earth, the gargoyles waited, lurking, hidden from the light. Reborn every 600 years in man's reckoning of time, the gargoyles joined battle against man to gain dominion over the earth. In each coming, the gargoyles were nearly destroyed by men who flourished in greater numbers. Now it has been so many hundreds of years that it seems the ancient statues and paintings of gargoyles are just products of man's imagination. In this year, with man's thoughts turned toward the many ills he has brought upon himself, man has forgotten his most ancient adversary, the gargoyles.
Wow. Oh yeah.
That was a glamour shot right there.
Yeah. Mrs. Parks. Creepy. There you go. That's awesome. So awesome. I love it.
Oh, gargoyles getting busy.
The longest trailer ever. Hey, it's Lou Ferrigno in the Hulk. Man, that's awesome.
I have to see this movie again. I haven't seen it since I was a child.
I need to see it. You know what I wish they made a movie of? I wish I could see the full story of that old Sid and Marty Krofft show, Land of the Lost. Not the one that Farrell did. That was okay. But
Yeah, no, that was awesome.
I love the concept. I always wanted to know what happened. Where did the what were they called? The Skeksis? No, that's something else.
That's Dark Crystal, yeah.
Yeah, it was the
Yeah, the little lizard dude.
yeah, they were called. There was a name for them. They would go. What are they called?
Like Salix or something, or
Something like that. It was really ancient alien stuff. That was pretty cool. This is all like,
yeah.
I love it, man. I love that nonsense. I'm a fool. What are they called, Mike? Come on.
Hey, Jiminy remembers the show. That's because Jiminy's old. Jason, you have the link.
Slee Stack. There you go. There you go.
Stacks. There
That's
you go.
it.
They're not sleaze stacks. They're slee
No,
stacks.
Slee Stack. Yeah, no sleaze. That would be
Sleaze
incorrect.
stacks.
Well, it's up to you, I guess. But
Maybe on Amazon streaming.
when they would do it, and it was always a lot of talk about pylons, and there were all these things. Oh, I love that stuff. Man.
Land of the Lost.
Marshall, Will, and Holly on a routine expedition.
Oh, good stuff.
I like the effects they did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That
Like when
water.
you're falling down the waterfall.
Yeah.
It's like,
But it's like a little model.
I used to get scared at the T-Rex at the end, Grumpy, when he would face the camera. I'd hide. It was great.
It was pretty freaky looking.
Yeah, man. Can't go wrong with that.
It's like actual physical objects that are moving, and so I mean, I don't know, it has a different feel to the computer.
And the music was so creepy, man. Something about the 70s.
Marshall will come on teen expedition. Met the greatest earthquake.
Look at that. Look at that. That crazy rocks.
High on the rapids.
Special effects.
Struck their tiny raft.
Deep below. And Chaka. Yeah, that's Grumpy.
Yeah.
Come on, get out of here. Come on. Come on, Holly, let's go.
Where's the little caveman?
Yeah, Chaka.
The little bra boy.
Here we go. This freaked me out.
Whoa.
Man, I was
I
scared.
did not remember how low budget that was.
Isn't that awesome?
Why don't we do our own little movie? Mike, just put our faces on there.
Wow.
That was awesome. I love that stuff.
Yeah.
I love it.
I mean, that was like the lowest of low budget intros.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Hey, Jiminy.
For Matt's time.
Jiminy. How's it going?
How you doing?
Good to
Hey,
see you,
dude.
man, Jason.
Still working on my 1 week portrait
But
challenge.
did you get it done? Did you get that face done in the end?
Not yet. I just got home, so I have to work on it now while I'm talking to you.
Got home. Where you been?
That's what I'm doing. So I haven't got to colour yet though.
Yeah.
Where you been, Jason?
Where was I?
Yeah.
I was at a figure drawing class.
Oh, you
Go
figured it out yet?
every other Wednesday. So I have to.
Wow,
practicing.
figure drawing class. He said.
You know, at this age, it's just called being a pervert, Jason.
I was just gonna say.
Just don't tell anybody. I think I'm an
That's
artist.
what, that's what
Like,
people
hey,
who don't. That's what they say, right?
Yeah. When I stay after class to talk to the model, it's to improve my art.
Yeah.
The first time I had to
What
do
was
it-
his name this week? Dude, when I had figure drawing class, it was a male model that was like the best model because, dude, he'd like do like total contortionist stuff and like he'd do interesting things with his hands. The freaking girls would just like plop there and do nothing.
We have a good female model because she is a former dancer and she currently works as an aerialist. So she does like trapeze stuff.
What kind of dancing?
What kind of areolas?
Huh?
What? Michael.
But, she used to do ballet and also
Pole.
like freestyle dancing. What?
Oh, is that what they call it these days? Is that what the kids call it these days?
Sheesh. Dang. No wonder you don't go to figure drawing class anymore. They probably banned you. I mind my P's and Q's, so they let me keep
I don't
coming.
go to figure drawing class anymore because my wife would kill me.
Oh, heck yeah.
Plus, clearly, I don't need it.
Ah, yes.
No, it's good to go to work your muscles, right? It works the drawing.
I know.
See, we can never have nothing nice.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the first time I had life drawing class. It was a lady walks in, and she was
Sounds like a joke.
over 60 years old.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, she looked like she would have been my grandma. I'm like, oh no. And then I'm like, this is gonna be weird. And then she was really good. She's been doing it. She was doing it for a long time.
Since the
Professional model.
20s. Yeah.
And she was
The
like
20s.
doing like Frazetta, like great poses and everything, you know.
Did she
I
do
wanna
the
be
Charleston for you?
The 20s.
Did she do the Charleston for you?
Huh?
Did she do the Charleston for you guys?
I don't know if she knew him.
Different kind of dancing.
Oh, Matt, you're so little.
But no, it's funny. It's like at first I was like, oh no, I was like, and then she was so professional, so good. She just was classy, you know. Her poses were so good that I was like, I forgot even anything about it. I was just like totally into trying to capture the lighting and everything. And
yeah, exactly.
And I was like, man. And then we had one dude who was like a hippie came in. He was a young guy. He had like a long ponytail, and he would like walk around nude, standing next to you, looking at your drawings, going on break, you know.
Yeah.
And he'd be just, you know, hanging out, and they'd be doing yoga like naked, like on this break. Then the teacher's like, "Look, you got to put on some clothes, man, when you go on break. You know, you can't be doing that stuff." So I was like, thankfully, finally, someone said something. I'm like, "Jeez."
Yeah.
And then the first time we had like a young lady, who was like around my age, I got real nervous. I'm like, "Oh no, I'm used to the older lady." Who's this lady? And then I felt like, and then I just got into the zone where I just was focused on drawing, and I was like trying to find best, you know, lighting and everything.
Right, where you can look at it without staring. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, I was like, I got into the zone where I'm just like drawing. I'm like, all I cared about was getting the figure down.
Yep.
And I'm like, man, this is a great opportunity because I was like, it was at I went to CCS in Detroit, and my friend was actually the teacher. He was the instructor there, so I got to sit for free and draw.
Good. Yeah, first time I figure drew was in college, my freshman year, and it was the model was like this really like hot like upperclassman, and it was like it was kind of the first time I'd seen like a girl naked. So it took probably a few weeks for me to sort of get over that, and then you basically become like a doctor where you don't even really notice it that much.
Yeah,
you just very clinically just like you just
it's true. Yeah. You don't think it would be that way, but it
Jason's been going back every week for 30 years.
That's right. Yes. That's how clinical I look at it as.
No, it's true. It's like,
hi, honey, I'm gonna go be clinical.
I gotta go to naked lady class.
Jiminy, if you want, I'll model for you.
Oh man,
what a sacrifice!
Tied up with that.
Nothing. Who's that? My brain is trained to hear that sound and just keep quiet till somebody answers.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, somebody's got a call. Everybody hush.
Unlock the gate.
Oh Lord.
Yes, unlock the gate.
The how says something crazy.
What do you say? Last life drawing class I did, the dude. Oh, sheesh.
Oh boy. Alrighty then.
Oh my god.
Thank you, Rhaegar. It's called desensitization. Yeah.
That made me happy. I could use the laugh these days.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good for me because I tend to draw women like men with basketballs on their chests, so I need a lot of practice drawing women from life.
Bro, I explained this the other day.
Yeah.
It's the golden ratio.
Say what?
Oh, here we go.
It's the golden ratio.
Okay.
Didn't you see that on my Facebook page?
I did not.
Oh, brother. Why do I have to keep
bring it up? Let's see it.
I am going to bring it up.
Show the class.
It's gonna hold your horses.
Oh, he will. He will show the class.
I will. I won't show them my birthing chicken.
Wow. Wow.
Moment, please.
In the land.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Lost. Marshall, Will, and Holly. Yeah, like where did Marshall go? Right? Remember that when the uncle came and found them? And how did he find them? But then Marshall disappeared. And will they ever go home? They never answered that question. Same with like Dungeons and Dragons cartoon. Did they ever go home? I don't know.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Supposedly they did though.
You know what? I have it on my my thing.
It's okay, Mike. Keep talking. There's a lost episode, and they did somebody did the whole thing. I think on the DVD collection. They did a like a radio drama of it.
Okay.
And so supposedly it turns out Venger, right, was actually Dungeon Master's son. It was pretty good though. It was pretty good, but you had to sit through all the.
I didn't see the resemblance.
Well, no, he was corrupted, and they healed him, and then they went back home. But I was like, I wanted to see that. I want to see them go home. Come on now.
Yeah.
I got robbed.
I was very disappointed when the Dungeons and Dragons movie came out. It wasn't based on the cartoon.
I know.
It's just some crappy. It was such a horrible movie. Oh, it was so bad. I was like, Jeremy Irons must have really needed a paycheck to be in this movie.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Amy says they'll probably get home eventually, Elliot. Keep the faith. Will they ever make it? I don't know.
Why does this? It goes to full screen and then it takes the whole bloody fill screen.
Alpha Proto's right. It did have Marlon Wayans though.
All right, here.
Yeah, he was the worst part.
All right, pay attention, Jiminy.
What? Oh my gosh.
The golden ratio.
Am I supposed to draw that every time I draw a woman?
No, you're supposed to think about that. That's why you don't draw circles for female bits.
That's true.
Right. That's true. But is this the front or the back?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yes, of course.
Exactly.
Would you like me to explain?
Does he really need that?
To explain?
Uh-oh, here we go.
I mean,
show us, Mike. Show us, Uncle Mike.
I mean, I feel like it's not really necessary.
Well, you probably should. Anyway.
I mean, you see it right there, right?
I've never seen that before in my life.
Everything's there.
Everything's there.
Mike, you should have just put it on symmetry.
You know what, Elliot? You do things your way.
It would be too simple.
It's too much. Too hot to handle, too cold to hold.
All right, it's right there. That's the front. You don't draw circles, right? And then, look, here's the back.
Jimmy's laughing like he doesn't believe you, Mike.
I know, right?
I'm concerned. Why would he say such things?
Right? It's not a perfect circle.
Right.
Dude, God is an artist.
I got you, but
God is an artist. Kevin Sharp says, "What are we drawing? Looks like
drawing class is more fun."
It is this perfect symmetry. It's symmetry. It's the golden ratio and triangles. Triangles is the perfect balance, right? It's always think three. Everything's always in triangles or in threes. Perfection. God's an artist.
Paulo Romero says, "I like this stream."
Pablo's favorite stream, and then you also know where to put the bits on the.
Mike, no one's going to give you credit for this until you're gone 50 years.
Probably. It's a likely truth.
And then they'll say, "Oh, it's just what do you call it? It's just a public domain now because he's gone."
Nice. Wow. very cool.
Look at that. Grab it.
So
Look at him go.
Rabbit, are you actually following the course, or are you just doing your own thing?
I started following the course when I did that sketch that I posted last night, but I don't draw line art. I just paint a sketch, if you know what I mean.
Right, because you just sort of like went from like step 0 to step 5.
Wait a second. Kevin, what are you doing? Get in here.
So my steps is that the one I did yesterday, then the step I'm doing now, which is darkening everything up and tightening up, and then I'll do a color pass with overlays, color layers, and multiplies.
Right.
And then I'll turn that down a bit, and then I'll paint over all that, and then that'll be the proper layer, the painted layer. So I'm still doing it in stages, just not the same. I can't do it like you were struggling with the way that he was explaining to do those tools, but like you were trying to do it on different layers, and I haven't got a clue how you do that either.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because otherwise I would have told you, and I was like, no, I don't know, just paint it. But you were doing a good job with it, so with painting, it's the same thing anyway. What you're doing?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm doing it the way he explained in the course, but it just looks. I don't know.
I'll look at it.
I mean, you could. I'm sure there's simple. Or you could just multiply your color layer and then just blur all that. You know what I mean? As a test to get used to it. Because he's using the blending tool and then the smudge tool. Well, it was not the blending tool, is it? It's called, what's the brush called in Photoshop?
It's using the smudge tool and the
mixer brush. Mixer brush, that's the one, ain't it? Yeah.
What is mixer brush? Where's that?
It's just called mixer brush. It's it depends on your shortcuts. It's just underneath color replacement tool on mine. You can see it on my screen. But it's no, you can't because my toolbox is hidden.
Out. What's
it's because I'm not going on full screen. It's right. Go to where the eraser is, and then go up like 4 or something. It's got a little drop next to the brush, the paintbrush.
I think that might be with just the newer versions of.
No, I think it was in the old versions as well. I don't know what version you're using.
CS3.
On which version? Sorry.
CS3.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't used it. I went from CS6 to 2022 or whatever version it is.
Fancy. Okay.
Maybe it isn't on there. I don't know. But the smudge tool will be. But that's the thing. Maybe what he was doing, you can't do on your version of Photoshop because it's too old. But you could probably do it on Clip Studios, and I don't know what other art programs you've got.
Yeah.
Or you could just download, sketchy version of Photoshop or something.
Kevin says that he finished some art and now is applying diclofenac gel for his busted shoulder. Diclofenac.
What's that mean?
It's a gel for his busted
like
shoulder.
Painkiller? I've never heard.
Diclofenac.
And they always put stupid names on medications and stuff, don't they?
Yeah. So stupid.
Oh man, my TikTok is growing.
What?
You have a TikTok?
Yeah.
Dude, I have 3 TikTok videos up, and the one I did last has gotten like 700 views, and the other 2 only had like 2 views.
Gary V. Gary V says.
Hold on, I have to show you the last one I did.
Do you know who Gary V is, Mike?
Yeah.
He says if you're not posting, that you need to at minimum post 4 TikToks a day.
What?
Yep.
That's what Instagram was like.
Here's the thing, though, Elliot. I can't stand TikTok. So here's the one I did.
That's where a lot of customers are now. That's what he's trying to say.
No.
That's your video?
That's the one that got it's I did a time lapse of my niece and her son.
Oh. Wow.
That's how you get popular on TikTok, dude.
With baby.
Baby Shark. DJ, please stop. Kevin says, I'm missing the fun. Do. Yeah. Look at Jason go.
Ooh, look at that.
Yeah, it's starting to look good, definitely.
Uh,
I wouldn't worry about trying to use it. Just follow his guides on like his theories and stuff on like, soft lines, hard lines and all that. But yeah.
right.
Your blending's looking all right, yeah.
That looks nice.
I'm gonna keep working on it. See if I can pull it out. Sorry.
Whoa.
See if I can get something out of it.
Jason's been, his mind's in the gutter lately. I don't know what to do.
No.
Spending too much time with the figure drawing ladies, I guess.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. We all know the truth, Jason.
I'm a good boy. I'm a good cricket.
I'm a good boy. Don't tell the blue fairy on me.
Snitches get splinters.
Well, John Wick says much better than cow face. Okay then. Hey, it's 9:12. This is about the time we start wrapping up the show.
What?
Jason's, I just got here. I sent you the link before the show started, just so you know.
I was busy with naked women. Sorry.
Well, that excuse never works.
Old ladies don't count.
Oh, she's not that old. Actually, we have an old model who is missing a few teeth. She's always interesting.
Yeah, last time I went and did no, I can't do this. I can't finish my joke. I was gonna say no, I can't.
Mike's family show.
It's a family show. It's a good joke. It's not a dad joke. I can't.
Bad monkey.
Bad monkey. Oh, that funky monkey. Kevin says, very nice. Another side of Jiminy Cricket. Yes, the dirty old man side.
Ooh-wee. I like going to these life drawing classes. Over at the bar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring my pad and paper. It's nice time.
Bring your pad and paper and $1 bills.
I learned so much. What you talking about?
Do my figure drawing classes down in Tijuana.
So I've been posting these reels recently on Kevin on Instagram, and I'm actually mentioning the tools I'm using in my description, and I keep getting questions. What pen is that? I just said it. It's in the description. God, why is this so hard?
Some people don't have functioning brains.
I'm just saying, man. I went out of my way. I'm just not going to put anything anymore. What's the point?
So you don't get 12 of those questions. You just get the one.
Oh, they still come. They're still coming. I'm telling you, I got a bunch of them already. One guy even went and said, yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I want to type, it's in the description, morons. No, I'm just kidding. Not really.
Mr. Carter, he's calling everybody morons.
One guy says, that PN is pretty cool. It's like I like a brush pen, kind of not yet.
Good night, Jordan.
This guy says, I don't understand. The same pencils I use, and the result is not the same. Obviously, there was a mistake. Yeah.
Well, I mean, clearly, the guy thought that you were using a program. Was it the...
Oh, yeah.
Can I say his name?
No, you may not.
But it's his name.
You may not say.
You
his
want me to
name.
mislabel him?
Yes. That's your only option on here on YouTube, Michael.
I don't think Jiminy would mind.
I'm just saying it was not kind. He was looking for trouble.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's all Jiminy's fault.
It is. Everything tonight is Jiminy's fault.
Huh? What?
I didn't do anything.
I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing.
Gee.
That's Mickey. That's not Jiminy
Oh,
Cricket.
sorry. How's Jiminy Cricket sound?
No, I'm talking to Elliot.
I heard Mickey Mouse. I didn't hear Jimmy.
Oh. Okay, Jimmy, do your Jiminy Cricket, Jiminy.
Oh, sheesh.
You're on the spot.
He sort of has like a southern accent, like this.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's accurate. All right, Elliot, do the Blue Fairy.
Sing the song.
The Blue Fairy.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
Who do you think gives life to the puppet?
Bro, I haven't seen that movie since I was like 5.
Bro, you don't remember the Blue Fairy? She was hot. Jiminy remembers.
Oh my gosh. She was a cartoon, Mike. She wasn't real.
You know she was mo-capped.
It's true.
No, actually she was rotoscoped.
Yeah, she was rotoscoped.
You
Yeah.
know there was a hot chick there.
Those
You know,
animators took
when
way
you
too
wish
long with that
upon
scene.
a
Like Walt Disney's
star.
mom who did the acting for that. It's probably some 70-year-old woman.
Hey, let me ask you guys a question.
What?
Uh-oh. Don't say it.
If you could turn
Uh-oh.
one of your projects into a movie, an animated movie, like it was an animated type of project, would you want to do 2D or 3D?
2D.
2D.
I think it's hard to say because like that Christmas movie was really successful. The one
Yes.
that was 2D, right?
It was, yeah, dude, I thought it was 3D. I mean,
Yeah.
I know it's 2D, but I thought, like, when I was watching it, because of the lighting and everything, I'm like, you can't do this in 2D, but they came up with a way to do it.
Which movie?
Klaus.
Klaus.
Oh, that's great. That's a great movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the trend is 3D, so
I would want
But is it a trend, or is it just that Disney said, we're not going to do 2D anymore, and then everyone was too stupid?
It's cheaper, probably, in the long run.
yeah.
I would-
It's not cheaper, actually. I
I
mean,
just
3D is
less
3D is
time?
not cheaper.
Yeah, it definitely looks worse. I'm not a fan of 3D animation, though, generally. Not American stuff, anyway.
Yeah, I mean the problem with 3D animation is that it gets dated very quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, after about 10 or 15 years, you can tell when it was made, and it doesn't look nearly as good as when it was first created. You look at 2D animation, it's timeless, other than stylistic changes. I mean, a movie made in 1950 in 2D looks just as cool now as it did back then. Whereas if you look at the original Toy Story now, it looks
Oh, yeah.
it's like ugh. I mean, even The Incredibles, the first Incredibles movie, I mean, it's a great movie, but I watch it and all I can kind of see is like all the dated animation. So
Yeah, I remember when Call of Duty 3 came out, I used to like stop and like just stare at like the trucks and stuff and be like, wow, this is so realistic. But now you go back and look at it and you're like, it's not
Yeah, it's the same as
realistic.
CGI in old movies and stuff. When that
Yeah.
first started, it does date it so badly.
Frame it Warriors.
yeah, it's a shame because I don't like being distracted by it, but I kind of can't help it. I've been spoiled too much by so much CGI over the decades.
You know, it's funny. I was just commenting recently on how I mean, I know I sound like a curmudgeon, but I miss in most things. I miss when technology wasn't so easily accessible, and and it forced craft. Like I was talking about how these movies. One of my favorite things about watching older movies is that these guys were genuinely actors. Where there weren't very many what you call like method actors that made it so realistic, right? Because that was the whole thing. Like they brought a bunch of what's that word that they use, authenticity.
Mm-hmm.
And so same thing with the CG. Like I know people say this a lot. I really still miss in movies practical effects.
Right.
I
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, definitely.
I do like CG, but I don't like it as much as I think I do. Like when I see The Thing, I still
I was gonna make that same comparison.
yeah, that's still top notch.
Yeah,
Same
compare
thing,
that to
yeah.
the new thing, the CGI version that came out about 5 years ago.
Which one?
They made not a remake, but like a prequel to The Thing about 5 years ago.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
They use CG instead of practical effects.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
original blows it out of the water.
It is, and it's unfortunate because it's actually a pretty cool story. I like I still like that movie, but
Mhm.
you're right. It's not the same, you know. So yeah.
I mean, honestly, you're never going to get better practical effects than Land of the Lost intro.
That's fair. That's
That is
fair.
true.
But I'm just saying that and I'm not just being like Matt Costin. Sorry, Matt. I'm just saying that, you know, it's because I do appreciate CG. It's just that I feel like the more authentic we get, the weirder things get. You know, like, and then you got a lot more. I don't know, like, and then you can't keep up with it, and then the costs are exorbitant. I don't know. I don't know if it's even worth it. But
It's really not as much as it's been inflated to sound like it is. Like,
None.
I asked a couple of guys that I know who would know how much it would be to do like a full-on Pixar quality movie, and they both came back with a ballpark of around $30 million. Now you go to Disney and you ask the same thing, they're going to say, you know, $100 million. But, you know, they're hiring Angelina Jolie and freaking all these people who are costing $20 million bucks, you know, just to be in the movie or whatever it is. And it's like, yeah, but how about to just, I mean, look at, what was that movie? Look at the Lego movie.
Oh.
Nobody freaking cared that Chris Pratt was in that movie because at the time he was just Andy Dwyer.
Mhm.
Right? And it was a huge success because it was a great, well-written, well-performed, you know, awesomely animated movie. And it's like, that's all you need if you're doing animation. I mean, I understand, like, if you can get, you know, Brad Pitt to voice something, then it's going to be in all the trades and all the rags and get the media attention because it's Brad Pitt's next movie. But I mean, how did they have such a success with the Lego movie? It was just advertising. They probably saved all that money on getting and nobody bigger than Morgan Freeman.
Nobody
right? And then I mean, Morgan Freeman's big, but he's not Brad Pitt, dude. You know? He's quality. He's not superstar going to bring in all the money for the studios kind of money.
Yeah, it's true.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So which do you prefer, Mike?
I like them both when they're well done.
If you had a choice between animation or CGI for Lone Star, which would it be?
Oh, for Lone Star? Lone Star has to be live action.
That wasn't an option, Mike.
And
Yeah, I'll say that wasn't.
I like how
he has to be Chris Pratt.
He has to be Chris Pratt.
Yep. All right. If Lone Star, for some reason, was, I don't know. I think I'd see it more as a 2D.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it'd be way better as 2D. I mean, what you could do with, I mean, imagine it's like an anime type thing. I mean, it'd be so much cooler in 2D.
Yeah, even like the DC animated movies. I mean, they're normally done pretty good.
Oh yeah, they're fantastic.
The latest ones I don't care for, but
Yeah, that's true. They did something. They're using a lot more computer animation.
yeah, they're doing some kind of weird like on the even on the one that Mike worked on the book
Injustice.
this. Like there's a weird thing with the knuckles they're doing there. I don't know who that.
Yeah,
I know what you mean. Yeah.
I call that stupid style. Like trying to come up with a style
Yeah.
just to have a style. And
Right.
it's like
The other stuff was better, but I didn't care for the costumes as much. But Phil Ross's work on that stuff was good. I'll tell you what was really cool. Did you guys ever see the Amazing Screw-On Head?
No.
no.
The comic?
Well, they did an animation of it,
Oh, they did?
and it looked really close to Mignola's work. It was awesome. It
That's
was
crazy.
awesome, and it's funny too. Really good, really good. I like that. I like that kind of like adaptation of that work. That was excellent. But aside from that, man, I think anime's got most of that stuff beat still. I still like watching it.
Anime's my favorite. I watch all the I'm obsessed with anime, and to a point, the amount I've seen is. Although nowadays the anime is a bit few and far between of the good stories because they seem to do a lot of the same kind of it's all isekai stuff instead of
Oh,
proper stories. But
Jamie Foxx is doing a 2D animated movie.
Really?
Yeah,
really,
I'm trying to remember the name.
I did terrible that game.
Is it one of his characters from
Lost two villagers with
In Living Color?
Ha 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 ha.
Hold on, let me look it up.
Like the lady with the lips and the wig.
God, that's terrible.
The
That was
cross
so
eye.
funny. That was hilarious.
Her mustache. Ugh.
Ugh. Hi.
Jamie Foxx
That's where that
animated
comes from, right?
It was funny, but it was nasty.
Dude, the only ones I like are him and I loved what's his name? Martin Lawrence when he did the Shanae.
Oh, Shanae, yeah.
And then when he did the little kid with the snot nose.
I don't remember that character.
He's
Oh
like,
yeah.
excuse me. He had like that permanent snot kind of like just on his lip.
Nasty.
It's called Groove Tales.
Groove
Groove
Tales.
Tales. Okay.
Is it being made or is it made?
It's being made, yeah.
It's kind of like VeggieTales.
No, I don't. There's no synopsis. Mice compete in a street dance competition.
I'll be skipping that one.
Oh
I
man.
don't know. I want to see. I don't judge that quickly.
I do. I just real quick. If it sounds like too much reference, see it.
Like pass.
Maybe if it came out in like 1986, I might go watch it. But,
Why? What difference?
unless your
does that
Boogaloo was big, but
Oh, guess what? Guess who came in the comic store my wife works at?
make?
He was a celebrity.
doll.
Oh, close. It's Kevin Eastman.
Really?
Yeah. He was just
Who
shopping.
recognized him, you or her?
Huh?
Who recognized him, you or her?
Oh, she did. He came in before,
Really?
and she started talking to him, and
Wow.
he like knows her because he comes there once in a while and
Okay,
shops.
cool.
He bought
he
a
live
bunch
here?
of Daredevil. Yeah,
He lives here.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
no
His
way.
wife that he married, she's from San Diego. He had an
The one he
office.
married?
Yeah. He,
I like his
he
wife
got
that he
remarried.
married.
Yeah, as opposed to the other wife.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
That's what I
He's
thought.
married 3 times, I think now. Right? First he was
Well,
married.
so more to the point, the wife he didn't divorce.
Yeah, he was married to Julie Strain.
Oh, really?
Remember her?
Oh, yeah.
He
was married to her?
Queen.
Yeah, he was married to her. He really wanted, but he wanted kids, and she didn't want kids.
You know,
You know.
Yeah, that's how a lot of marriages end.
And then, but then she went. You didn't find out what happened to her. Poor, she had something wrong with her, some type of disease in the brain or something, where she
Uh-huh.
got dementia and stuff and passed away.
Really?
Who
Yeah.
did?
Julie Strain.
Wow.
No kidding. That's terrible news.
Yeah, yeah. He was friends with her still. I remember I went to Comic-Con my first year, and he was talking on the phone to her. 'Cause he was married to her at the time, and he was like, "Okay, love you too, Pookie." And he's like, we just laughed. He's talking to her, and then he just like playing it up. But we're like, man, that's crazy. And then, but yeah, I guess it was amicable, and they were still friends. But
Yeah.
then they got married, had kids with another lady, but then that didn't work out, and then he's married to a new lady right now for I don't know a while now.
Oh, good.
But she seemed really nice. I talked to her before a little bit. She was
Jason, you said a new lady, not a nude lady.
Oh boy. So,
Mike.
how
Just
do
because he
you-
goes to life drawing classes and wants to better himself. Just like all artists. No, artists should definitely take a life drawing class regularly.
Yeah.
And basically, what it is basically you're just like there's one that I want to go to that William Stout has down in LA in
cool.
his studio.
Wow.
Yeah, I got invited. Well, he said it's an open. Like if you want to go, you
What?
just go. It's every week, and you
What
just
are you
pay
waiting
it.
for?
I know. it's an hour and a half, 2 hour drive. I should just go.
That's okay. It's William Stout. Heck.
Yeah, man, he's so cool, man. I mean, he's endless stories of
Yeah.
people like working with Spielberg and all these other guys. It's
Mm-hmm.
crazy. Every time I go to his table and talk with him, he's always telling me something new I didn't even know. I'm like, what the heck?
That's so cool. I met him once at a convention, and I wish I was able to spend more time with him because he's such a phenomenal artist.
Oh man, dude! Every time I see him, he's in San Diego, like every San Diego Comic Con and Comic Fest, and I end up talking to him for a while. He's a really laid back, cool guy.
Dang,
He gives good advice too.
that's cool.
But no, I got a couple of his prints. I got one giant print painting of a Mosasaurus coming out of the water with these loons, ducks going by, and I got him to sign that. Man,
Oh, nice.
it's one of my favorites. And then he did an exhibit for the San Diego Museum out here, the Art History Museum. What was the History Museum? World History or Natural History? And he did these giant mural paintings of dinosaurs in the
Oh, wow.
different periods
Mhm.
during that time.
Nice.
Yeah, but he actually went on an expedition to was it Antarctica, right? I think it was Antarctica.
Really?
Yeah, he went with them. That's how he did all the paintings for that.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was talking about that. That's what I'm saying, man. He's done so much, and then he was like a consultant with Spielberg on the Jurassic Park when they did that.
How old is he now? Roughly.
I don't know. I would guess maybe 70, at least.
Hey, man. Yeah, I would go to that figure drawing class before he dies, and you're kicking yourself the rest of your life.
Yeah, I want to go. I've been talking to him for a long time now, and he recognized me and knows my name now. So it's like, I definitely want to go because like I keep saying I want to try to go to the class. And he goes, "Oh, it's open still." I'm like, man.
Yeah.
He said, "There's guys who come from Tijuana and drive all the way up just to go."
Actually,
So I know
just say if you wanted to go, you'd be there.
Yeah, I just got to do it.
Wow, Jimmy. Wow.
I'm just saying, guy invites him like 200 times, he never shows up.
He's
Must not
dropping
want to do that
truth.
It's fair cop.
bad. I mean,
No, I
would
gotta
be
do
there. If William Stout invited me someplace, I would go, but that's just me.
Well, at the time, it's I was between a rock and a hard place, so I wasn't able to. Now I probably could, but for time I can't right now. But one time it was money, now it's time.
It's always gonna be something, Matt. You gotta
Yeah.
gotta make the effort.
Yeah, I got to. Yeah, because I said talking with him, man. The first time I met him,
Yeah.
he was sitting next to Dave Stevens.
Oh, cool.
And I talked to Dave Stevens, both of them, and they're like really good friends. I talked to them for like half hour just talking. And
Man, Matt is.
I know,
Kill me,
man.
Matt.
You're making him jelly.
Seriously.
Dude, Dave
He's like
Stevens.
involved with all these like big name comic book artists. It's like, yeah, they invited me out to dinner, but I had to clean my bathtub, so I couldn't make it. I'm like, what? You crazy?
No, I was talking to Dave Stevens, and then I was saying, I tell him I wanted to get into film, and then William Stout goes, "Are you married?" And I go, "No," and he goes, "Don't get married." And then Dave Stevens like, "Don't tell the kid that." And he's like, he goes, "You're married," and he goes, "I'm telling you though." You see, people. He worked on was it Dune?
Yeah.
And he said like, was it like 70 or 80% of the people worked on that film got divorced because
Wow.
they were away from their families for like 6 months straight or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow. And then he goes, "You didn't get divorced." And he goes, "Well, it's because my wife works in the industry, so it's different. She understands how it is." But no, yeah, dude, it's funny. They were so. I knew you could tell they're close because they're the way they're talking. But
Yeah.
Dave Stevens was like, man, also he was so laid back and easy to talk to as well. I mean, he was like just genuine when you talk to him.
I met Dave Stevens once at a convention, and he was walking around. I saw him, and I went up to him and said, "Hey, Mr. Stevens, can I get your autograph?" And he kind of looked annoyed. and he said, "You just want an autograph?" I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Okay." And so he signs my autograph book. I look at it, and he signed his name, and he drew like a picture of the Rocketeer next to it. I was like, "Oh man!" I got so excited.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was just so cool of him. Because I'm sure people have been bugging him like all day, and I was just like one more nerd to, you know.
Dude, man, he's so cool, and it's always great when you meet a guy like that you like his work and they're cool.
Yeah.
Like you know who Sergio Aragonés is?
Oh yeah,
Sergio's awesome.
Wonder.
Yeah, he's always here at San Diego Comic Con or Comic Fest, and man, he's so cool. It's funny. He's like, you just get so used to seeing him all the time. Like we were walking the convention, and he was like right in front of us, and Becky's like, "Oh, Sergio," and he turned around, and goes, "Oh, hello."
Yeah.
And then he's like, he responded, and then we took a picture with him, and then talked with him. He's super laid back. Oh, and Dave Stevens was married to an actress as well, Brink Stevens.
Brink Stevens, yes, I remember her. Yeah,
and she came to Baton Lash's memorial service.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Like I went with James Hudnall, and Mike and I and Becky went, and she was there with Mark Evanier. He brought her as a guest. I guess.
Okay, yeah,
And,
yeah. He was a big. He always used to write about was it Jack Kirby? He was always Mark Evanier was. I always used to read his articles in the
Oh yeah, Jack Kirby. You're right, Jack Kirby.
I think
he
it was
hung
Jack.
out with Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah, he talked about going like he worked on Welcome Back, Kotter as a writer, one of the writers.
Oh wow.
And he actually had Jack Kirby come to the set and watch the filming of Welcome Back, Kotter. And, and he got to meet John Travolta and all the young actors and everything, and they were all like fawning over Jack Kirby.
Of course,
And,
he's the king.
yeah, it's so cool. It's funny the stories he has. Like he talked about how they had the writers were having a casting call for some actress for one of the episodes of a show they're working on. And he said one of the actresses came in and she read for the part and she was really good. Like this is like they were like this, she's the one. And then all of a sudden at the end of it, the reading, she just made this like lewd ultimatum, like kind of like saying put it out there like she would do anything for the role, anything, you know.
Oh wow.
But it was like, you know what I mean, like explicit.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And so when she left, they're like, well, she's great for the part, but we can't hire her now because if we do, then the people probably think we took her up on her offer because she probably did it to other places. So like we can't hire her.
Oh well.
Yeah, because you great for the part. We're like, it's so funny hearing these stories. You're like, whoa.
Hollywood successful.
Yeah, man. There's so many crazy stuff that you don't. I mean, I've seen crazy stuff in the comic industry, like at parties and stuff.
Yeah.
That makes me. It's like Hollywood mixes with comic artists at parties. It's weird. Like I was at a party in San Diego, and there's a couple of actors. One actor from Just Shoot Me, and one actor comedian, the tall dude, and then there was the guy on that one show with Alec Baldwin, where he was. It was called 30 Rock or something. 30 Rock.
Please don't just
Oh,
shoot me.
no.
Yeah, right.
Please don't shoot me.
Please don't shoot me. Yeah.
Oh man. But no, it's like I seen him and he was talking to an artist. Like I was talking to one editor and I looked over and he's like standing right there and I was like, what the heck? That's that actor. I mean that comedian. What the heck?
Mhm.
And it's like, yeah, he's like big comic nerd fan and they're all hanging out with Jim Lee and stuff and different writers. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just so weird because I didn't expect to see that. I stopped going to those though because I get so jaded going.
It's one big inbred industry.
Oh man, I hated going because every time I went, I was like so jazzed about the art, talking about art, but no one wanted to talk about art. They looked at me like I was crazy. They're like, I started talking about something about some comic or something I saw, and they're like
Yeah.
looking at me like I had a chicken on my head, and I'm like,
Yeah.
"You're a comic artist, right?" I'm like, you don't like talking about art?
No, we're here to smoke pot and do
Yeah, actually, yeah. They were like, "Yeah, you guys want to go back in the back room?" And I'm like, "Why?" And then my friend, one of the guys I knew, was like, "Nah, he doesn't want to go." And he's like, "All right." And then he's like, "He wanted to do drugs," and I'm like, "What?" Like, why would I want to do that?
We're for the drugs and the orgies.
Yeah, he's like, "You want to go in the back?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, "For what?" The party's out here. Yeah, I was like, that was the last time I went to one of those functions. I'm like, I got super jaded. I was so I come back to the hotel all angry, and they go, "How was it?" And I'm like, these drunks. And I'm like,
Oh, they
Every
want
time
to
I go,
do
man,
orgy.
I had some Marvel editor lady hitting on me, and she's all drunk, and I'm like, oh man. I go,
Oh,
who is
man.
that lady? And he goes, she's an editor. And I'm like, what?
That's Heather Antos.
I don't know who they were. I didn't know who they were. Like one of my friends who worked for he worked for DC writing on some stuff, and he like introduced me to some guys, like, and he just would say their names like they were super famous, and I just had this blank look on my face, like I don't know who they are. And then I had a look of horror on his face when I was like, oh, I go, yeah, and then he looked like, you don't even know who he is, do you? I look on his face staring at me, and I'm like, I don't know. I just act like, oh, cool. I'm like, I don't know who this guy is. I don't know anything about Marvel or DC.
Kinma's in the chat. Hey, Kinma.
Jim,
Hey, Kimma, how's she doing?
Ask her. Don't ask me.
Hey, Kimma, how you doing? You drunk? Alcohol is Kimba's spinach. So, the more she drinks, the more she gets.
Or is it sour milk becomes alcohol? Is it that John Travolta movie?
What movie was? Oh, that was that Pulp Fiction?
No, it was that one alien one. Remember?
Alien one.
John
He's like-
Travolta wasn't in
Remember, he's like, you.
Alien Nation. That was
Earth.
that was Alien Nation.
No,
Yeah,
no, the one oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, it's
I'm
Alien.
thinking of the one where he plays an alien, where it was like a giant. They're giants, and they called humans rat eaters.
Battlefield
Is that-
Earth.
What was it called?
Is that Battlefield Earth?
That was that. Was that
I've
it?
never seen the movie. I just
I've
saw
never seen it
somebody's-
either.
I saw someone's hilarious, like, what do you call it? Review of the. It was like an hour and a half long review, of
Whoa.
Battlefield, and it was just so funny. It's like, wow.
He's like, you rat eater. No, yeah, you're talking about alienation. That's right. They drank sour milk was alcohol
Yeah.
to them, and then like salt water was acid.
Right. Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, James Caan.
Yeah.
and that. Then there's a series from the
Yeah.
90s,
TV
right?
series, yeah. After that.
I think one of the greatest TV series based off the movie was Kung Fu: The Legend. David Carradine.
Yeah.
Oh man, there's one where he's like, I don't know if this is real or if we made it up, but we were joking around about a technique called Rustle the Bushes, and it was like he moved his hands like towards the bushes without touching them, and it would like make it like look like something's in the bushes behind the bad guy, so we turn around to look, And
Which
then he
show
would
was
like
this?
Kung Fu.
That wasn't based on a movie though.
Yeah, remember Kung Fu, the movie Kung Fu?
Huh?
You mean the TV show Kung
The
Fu?
TV series. It wasn't a movie.
Oh, it was like a mini series or something.
No, it was a regular series.
Yeah, it's a regular TV series. Yes.
Oh, what was the new one then when he was older?
That was Kung Fu: The Next Generation.
Oh, it was. So it was Kung Fu. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's what
okay.
it was. You're right. It was Bruce Lee was supposed to be in Kung Fu. That's what it was.
Right, yeah.
Well,
This
he
is
created the show. Yeah.
It was supposed to be a
they showed the
movie,
idea of
right?
Bruce Lee, but they thought he looked too Asian.
Which he did. He does look too Asian.
So they hired David Carradine instead.
You're too Asian. He's like, wait, isn't that the guy supposed to be Asian?
That's
Yeah, but not
beside
that
the point.
Yeah, man. Did you see the movie The Dragon, the Bruce
Yeah.
Lee story?
Yes,
Mr.
yes.
Dragon.
Jason Scott Lee. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess they asked Brandon Lee to play it, but he turned it down.
Yeah.
Makes sense though.
To do the Crow. Oops.
Yeah. Yeah, that ended up being a huge movie for him, but that last movie
Ended up being a huge mistake for him too.
Yeah, they're still
Now
like
he's immortal, Mike.
no, yeah, because he died
No,
at
he's
28.
dead.
Yeah,
It's,
he's immortal.
it's not the same thing.
28, he's forever young.
Exactly. And
Well-
never gets older. He's a Highlander now, Mike. He's a Highlander.
Fairly sure he's decomposed by now.
Isn't it? He was actually, man, he was so good. He would have blew up. He would have been huge when he got older too.
He would, yeah, definitely. I mean, The Crow was an awesome movie as well. That would have been a big starting point for him. I mean, he did some other movies like Rapid Fire, and that was
Yeah.
pretty good. But
Rapid Fire, I love Rapid Fire. I got
he was in Showdown in Little Tokyo with Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah,
that
Dolph
movie's
Lundgren.
awesome.
Yeah, man. Showdown in Tokyo, and then there's one it was like a really cheap movie. It was like Laserhawk or something like that.
Oh, yeah, I've definitely seen it. I just can't remember.
But he did a movie with Bolo Young.
Yep, yeah,
Where he
Boa
fights
Young,
Bolo?
man, I forgot about Boa Young.
That was in Cantonese too, because he spoke fluent Cantonese.
Hmm.
I didn't even know that, but yeah, Brandon Lee, man, he would have been great. I could see him in different roles, but yeah, that said, I talked to James O'Barr, the
Oh,
creator
yeah,
of The Crow,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
because he's from my hometown, so he was always at the conventions there.
Uh-huh.
And we talked with him about it, and he said it was traumatic for him because he said he did the comic based off losing his fiance, and then he became good friends with Brandon Lee, and then Brandon Lee dies while making. So he's like, he felt like he's surrounded by death. He's just like, man. He said he fell like into another depression. Like,
Wow.
what the heck? So he released the graphic novel with some new art, and then he put like a sketch of Brandon Lee, kind of like based off of him in there, and then dedicated the book to him.
Oh,
Has
cool.
he killed anyone else lately?
No,
Oh, Mike.
harsh, Mike.
Mike.
No, but yeah, dude, man, I loved his. If you've seen the first Crow graphic novel, it's so awesome, man. I love the art. The
You know
art.
Bruce Lee was a cokehead.
What?
Bruce Lee was a cokehead.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't.
Coca-Cola.
It wasn't quite as big a deal back then, but it more than likely had something to do with him dying.
I heard he had an aneurysm, right? Like a hemorrhage or something.
I don't even know.
He said he had a headache and he went to lay down or took some aspirin or something. But anyway, they said there's something shady about his death. You know, the urban legends with him and Brandon Lee.
Yeah.
That the triad has something to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, he's just a cokehead.
Oh, Mike, why do you have to ruin everything?
Well, I mean, it's just reality. I'm a
What's the
big
TV
Bruce
show?
Lee fan. I'm just saying this is just they have letters like that he wrote and like his drug dealer wrote and stuff like that and correspondence, and he was like a legit cokehead. So
I don't know, man.
Next, Mike is going to tell all of us that Jackie Chan didn't do his own stunts.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, you
Coming
know
up
what?
next week.
Well,
Mike.
If I didn't know there was anything wrong with it, and I knew that I didn't have to sleep because I could take this magic white powder, I could get a lot more work done.
yeah, that's what Jackie Chan. He didn't take coke. He took speed.
Oh.
You're gonna make me look up this story, aren't you? Just to prove it. Just to
No,
prove it to you.
okay,
Because
Mike.
you think your idol was perfect.
Let us have our.
This is why you don't idolize people.
Why can't we have our innocence?
You know, Martin Luther King was sleeping around.
What? What?
Yeah, he was.
I'm leaving.
Yep.
He went to too
Mom,
many
Mike
life drawing
did it.
classes.
Mike was talking smack about Martin Luther King Jr. Mom.
He went to too many life drawing classes.
You know, JFK slept with Marilyn Monroe.
Shut up. It's not true. It's impossible.
It's impossible.
What I miss?
That's improbable.
That's most unlikely.
That's probably true.
Mr. President.
That show was so good. Why they take Robot Chicken off the air?
No, it's still a thing.
It is okay. I guess I just
Not
haven't
for
seen
long.
it.
Not for long. Kinma says that I am breaking Jiminy.
You are. It's breaking my heart.
Tell them about that Crowder episode on Bruce Lee. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, Crowder destroyed Bruce Lee as a fighter. Now that's ridiculous. Sorry, no.
It cracks me up when people try to like say like Bruce Lee wasn't a real martial artist or
Yeah, stupid.
Liars.
I was like he was in a movie and I'm like dude,
Kung Fu Kung Fu in plenty of movies. He was a real one.
Chuck Norris is a movie. He's a real black belt martial artist.
Yeah. But then again, Steven Seagal. He's a
Oh yeah.
general good martial artist. He
Oh
just
yeah, man.
went a bit off the
He's just crazy.
random end.
He's just
Yeah.
like
Dude, he's man. When you look at Steven Seagal, that's legit, man. When I watch him, I'm like, you can tell that guy. It's funny because John, you know who John Leguizamo is?
yeah.
Mhm.
He was in that movie Executive Order with him, you know, and Kurt Russell.
Mhm.
And he was like ripping on right in front of. He was ripping on like Steven Seagal, like at one of the ratings they had or something, you know.
Uh-huh.
And he's telling the story himself, and he's like, and then he said he kung fu my A into the wall, like he dipped my hand. It was like bam, like, and I was like, oh, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah, I just know a little bit of Aikido, and I can just you can just with the twist of a wrist, you can throw somebody on the ground.
Yeah, yeah,
Seagal, if you're a master of Aikido, freaking forget about it.
yeah. Dude, you watch him when he's like younger, doing those like where they do those tests where they have like 3 or 4 people come at you at once,
Mhm.
and he's just angling his body like so good. It's just like, whoa, man.
Yeah, that's all completely legit.
It's just he makes it look easy. That's what it is. It's so good. It looks easy. I can do that. I just move all the way. He's like, no, it's
Because
angling,
he's
man.
6'5".
No, it's not that, dude. It's you're hitting certain pressure points and you're extending nerves that aren't intended to be extended. I can
Right.
literally turn somebody's wrist with about 3 pounds of pressure and drop them on the ground.
Right. Plus
Yeah.
he's 6'5".
No, me, I can.
Oh, you.
Yeah,
No, yeah, it's yeah, you can do that. It's I learned like a similar martial arts Japanese as well, and it's all about angling, and you could like take a risk. And it's funny, it's like when you would practice, you would go over with the person, you would like flip over and roll over, right? But people are like, oh, you're just letting them do that, and I go, yeah,
No, you're
because if
not.
I don't do it, I'll break my wrist.
it's
you know?
called an autonomic reaction. Your body reacts without your willpower.
Yeah, you feel your bones twisting and locking, and then you're like your body just doesn't want to break. And then he said, but if you're moving full speed, it would just definitely break your wrist or break your arm. But you still
Yeah,
go over.
there's a video of an Aikido master in an MMA fight, and the guy wouldn't somehow or another he fought against the autonomic reaction, and his elbow just snapped. Backwards. It's like
Dang.
That's not good.
It really meant he didn't know what he was doing. Because, dude, if I'm like, when my teacher would instruct us, he would like have me halfway in like the demonstration pose. Like he'd have my wrist and he'd be talking, and I would just be keyed into like ready to move right. And he started doing and he'd be in the middle of talking and stop, and all of a sudden he'd go through with it. And I'd be like, "Whoa, fly!" And I'm like, we learn how to roll and fall, you know. And I'm like, man, I go, dude, I was keyed in, but some people would come once in a while to the class who were like from other martial arts, and they would try to like disprove it or something. I'm like, it's so stupid. So I remember kicking this one kung fu kid because he took on kung fu and we were like all like open to any martial artists want to come in.
Yeah.
But he was like barefoot and he would kick and then like dig his toes into your skin, like right, like kind of like squeeze your skin. And this kick technique where we kick and go with it, and it's supposed to slide off, right? But we're not supposed to do full force. You're supposed to do it just like, just practice back and forth kicking each other. And he would just be like purposely like kick and dig his toes in. So I would kick him harder the next time, and then he'd do it harder to me, and I'd kick him harder. I'm like, oh, just like kicking out.
Okay, watch this. So like normally the guy would like kind of automatically his legs would make him jump, right? Because you're doing this to us.
Oh no!
Mike. Oh jeez!
Oh, look at that! It came right out of the back of his arm. You guys want to watch the slow mo? I got the slow mo.
Oh no!
No.
Man, I've seen some crazy stuff like that, like Muay Thai people getting their legs kicked and their shins are snapping and stuff.
It looks like an empty sock, like wrapped around their leg.
Okay.
I couldn't see it, thankfully.
I saw it. No!
Ooh. Oh, they're trying to show you like what happened.
Anyways, fun stuff.
Dude, no, it's legit. I know, like, but that's the thing.
I mean, I studied martial arts for years when I was younger, so yeah.
Yeah. It's funny when you go to these websites where I love Steven Seagal, the old films, the best, like where he goes and kicks these mobsters' butt, like in this pool hall, and Dan Santo is in there in the scene.
Cool.
Scenes. Yeah, he's got like pool sticks, and he's using them like baton sticks. He's just like pat, fighting them. But I like it because he's like just being a smart aleck, just like beating all these like wise guys. And then I remember people commenting, these younger people are going, he's just a bully and all that. And I'm like, these guys are hardcore criminals, killers, man. And you're talking about them, like. But at the same time, I would watch one of those movies and I would almost like feel sorry for the bad guys. I'm like, just lay down, act like you're dead, man. Like you're dead. Because you would just like put them down, he would torture them. Oh my gosh. You crank their ankle and be like crack, break an elbow, and like I'm like, just lay down. Act like you're dead. He's like, this little piggy went to market, crack one finger. This little piggy stayed home. Just take your shoe off and just like break each toe individually. Yeah, it's great. There's one movie, I can't remember which one, but he like goes into a liquor store, and it's being held up with this gang, and they have shotgun. But he basically beats him up, and then the one guy has like a knife, and he's like, he beat up all his friends. He's like, it's not fair. What do you want me to do? He's like, how about this? How about I get on my knees? He gets on his knees. He's like, come on, come get me, And then the guy comes at him, and he basically he gets him on the ground and just breaks his foot. Right when he breaks his foot, it's like close up of him twisting his ankle. It just cuts to him like talking to a detective going, looks like you won the Oscar tonight, Storm. And his name's Storm, right? And then he's just like, then it cuts to him in his car listening to Kenny G, like jazz and like music, like, and like having a good night, beat up some dudes, broke some legs, got some praise from his buddies. And then he's driving home to see his wife. It's like Kenny G playing. I was like, that is the best cut. Like, it just like pretty fast cuts.
That's been a while since I've seen a Seagal movie.
They don't make them like that anymore, man.
No. I remember, was it like Hard to Kill? There was Nico, Marked for Death. They're the ones I remember the most.
Yeah. I stopped watching his movies after Fire Down Below.
Oh, yeah. I think that's when it started going downhill.
He got so fat that he'd be chasing a guy running at full tilt, and he'd just be like sort of speed walking, and he'd catch up to him.
That's
awesome.
Just
like, no, this is...
So he's like Michael Myers.
Yeah, Michael Myers.
Yeah, basically.
He's martial arts Michael Myers.
He was. It's like you turn him into origami, man. You get a hold of it, it'd be like, just fold him in half.
Didn't they used to dub him as well in some of those movies when later, all those like super cheesy B movies he did? I'm sure I remember seeing one once when it's him in it and he's talking and it's him, and then there's other bits where it's somebody else doing his voiceover for him instead and stuff.
I remember they did one where he was it called Exit Wounds or something like that, where
Right. Yeah.
they had him on
DMX.
wire work. They had wire work where he had him on a wire, and he did this like move where it's not even like Aikido. He just did a handstand and kicks a guy with both legs.
Yeah.
And I was like, it just didn't look good. I'm like, oh
No.
what are they doing?
I mean, I've seen him in movies since then. I saw him in a movie where he's fighting Mike Tyson,
Oh, that was a good one. That was actually a good fight scene.
but it wasn't him. It
What?
wasn't him. It was some other guy. You didn't see his face during the whole fight. It was a stand-in, and they did a breakdown on one of the. What, you ever see Corridor on YouTube?
Oh yeah, Digital Corridor. I used to watch them all the time.
Yeah, they did a breakdown of that fight scene.
Jeez,
They
it's 10
showed that it
o'clock.
wasn't him.
All right, I'm going to stop the live stream. Sorry, everybody who's still watching, but
Wow, we're still going.
3 hours.
Did you see your your frog Mike that I need to put in the drawer along? She animated.
What?
Yeah,
No.
Muppet Mike.
Oh, come on, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
you gotta see this.
In the draw along.
Yeah, just scroll down to the bottom.
Yeah, do the voice, Mike.
It's the Mike Show with your very special guest, Mike.
That ponytail looking around.
Thank you, honey, very, very much. Let's see what else.
That's good.
Kermit is taller than Mike. Oh, there's Marta. Thanks, Marta. Appreciate that. What is this? We got a whole bunch of
Wow.
shenanigans here.
That's gotta be Juan Soto.
Is that tonight? It's tonight.
Whoa.
I declare you creature and wife. Now go and make many mere babies. No, man, I'm doing this for the green card. I can't mate with such an ugly female. Hold on a second.
You okay?
No, I'm dying. Here it is, Savage Faker. Bizarro He-Man I am. I must say, I do think is not working correctly. I should strike him on the head. What? Wait a minute. Skeletor never told me you were this tall.
Whoa.
Well, if you want to be as tall as me, you should use the tree diet. I eat a redwood tree every day and mix building blocks with your drinks.
What?
Who are you? I'm a work in progress.
That's a good one. I'm a work in progress.
All right. That's a Mike Show. Yay! All right. That's it. Thanks, everybody, for being here. God bless us, everyone. We'll see you on the next exciting episode of whatever the heck I do on this show. Bye.
Mike's done. Mike's done with
Bye.
that.